Oh, I still look. God.
What's up? How do you
I need a lighting person. I can't seem to get the lighting done right.
I think that's just you, Jose.
Nah,
I think you
bro. I look
great.
I look like I have. What's that? Liver disease when you drink too much alcohol.
Jaundice?
Yeah, I look like I have jaundice.
I don't think you look like you have jaundice.
Wow.
I think you just look poorly.
I don't like it one bit. Anyways, welcome to episode 105 of the Politically Correcting Podcast with me, the Jose P, along with my co-host Laval Lewis.
Jazia.
You gonna switch it up at 105 episodes?
Jazia.
Austin on the ones and twos.
Yeah.
That was not bad. We are your weekly dose of common sense. Let's toast.
Do we have common sense?
Always.
Always.
Always. Let's toast to our ability to share a drink with friends, have open and honest dialogue, and always striving to walk away still being friends. Salute.
Salute.
L'chaim.
Over you, Austin.
What?
Shot. Cheers to you.
Oh, okay. Good.
With nothing to cheers, but it's okay.
Right.
Yeah, no, I
Can you make the sound? Thank you.
Mhm.
Let's start off with the video of the week. Let's get crazy.
I'm gonna get you crazy.
Let's get crazy.
Let's get nuts.
And then with the young people, I talk a lot about statistics because I think they're so scared about how their body is different than what they see on screen. So therefore, they think they're abnormal. And so we talk about, what percentage of people actually keep their body hair around, in their genitals? What percentage of people actually squirt? What percentage of people actually swallow cum? Whatever it is, because they're thinking I'm supposed to do these things in order to have the social capital in my friend group or in this relationship. And I want to just demystify that first by saying, here's what is actually common. That might be a lot lower than you think. Because it scares me when a fifth grader asks me and has asked me, when are we supposed to start waxing down there? And I'm recalling their age being 11 years old. And how do they even know that somebody waxes pubic hair? And they're thinking, well, I saw it on a magazine once. So it doesn't even need to be porn at that point, but they have these expectations of what their body's supposed to look like. And this fifth grader is just starting puberty and is already feeling insecure about their development. So if we are waiting until, a porn scene they might see in 8th grade, and then the parents coming in talking to them about it, you're already having to do 3 years of unlearning before they can actually start to receive this information in an affirming and literate way.
God forbid you ask your parents about anything in your life. The first thing you should do is definitely go to your teacher in your elementary school and ask them, hey, I saw this in a Red Book magazine. That was the magazine back in the day. Austin, you don't know anything about that one?
No, I have no idea what you're talking about.
It was like the young and her breastless version of magazines.
The squirting question was like a burning question of mine.
I had no idea there was even a squirting.
I was
anything.
totally lying.
When did you learn about squirting?
Watching porn.
Yeah, when though? Because porn, when we were growing up, was all magazines.
Yeah, probably when it was like internet based.
But even internet based, you couldn't get the reload
Definitely
fast
college.
enough.
I would say college is when I learned. And you're in a room full of jugheads who is, experiencing Yahoo
I thought you were
search
saying
engine.
juggalos.
Yeah.
You know what a juggalo is?
No.
It's an insane clown posse guys
Oh no.
that paint their faces and everything.
Yeah, the Yahoo search engine when it first was like really popular. And
I can promise you, I probably did not
That's
know
when I
anything
learned.
about that until probably 20s.
yeah,
maybe 30s.
Gotta be college, man. It's gotta be college. Because you're not, as a kid, you're not asking about that.
No, and it's not. Look,
Swallowing cum. What kid even knows what cum is?
Look, dude.
You're only getting like going back in the day as a kid. You're only getting past like the sex scenes on HBO or Cinemax. That's your porn.
No, not even because you had the squiggly lines that you had to like try and see.
Oh
through.
no. I was Friday After Dark, like Friday After Dark. First, it was Friday Night's Main Event, and then Friday After Dark. It was like that was the lineup.
I was music videos, man. I loved music videos, and then at a certain time, it became like sexy music videos, and I was cool with that.
See, I'm a little bit, older.
I'm a
than
good
you.
Christian boy. That's why.
Yeah, whatever. I was a little bit older than you, so MTV weren't really, doing that stuff. And again, they're not competing with Friday After Dark, the Emmanuel series. Like,
I have no idea what you're talking about.
she was like a popular, soft porn chick.
That was Cinemax.
Cinema, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, Cinemax.
Okay.
After Dark. That's what
Cinemax.
it
Yeah,
was.
you were rich growing up. I wasn't.
Well, we just got lucky that 1 year.
They gave a risk-free policy
Yeah.
for 1 year to have it for
Yeah.
free. Let me teach your kids about late night sex while the parents are sleeping.
Yeah, but my question with the video is why spitters are quitters. That is true. Why does that teacher feel as though it's her responsibility to teach that though?
But that's the thing. They've been taught. They've been doing this for decades now. I heard from Judge Joe Brown. He was on the Patrick Bet David podcast yesterday or today, and
He's the man. I love Joe.
he's got great insight.
Oh, he's got.
And he don't
phenomenal
care.
insight. He does not care.
And he was a Democrat, and he switched
Mhm.
to either one of the third-party ones. But he said-
Libertarian.
I believe so. And they asked him, like, do you believe that's gotten worse in the past 15 years? He was like, no, I saw it happening 55 years ago. 55 years ago, he saw it happening. So we're talking decades of work ingraining things into like our teachers' heads to where when I got to college, that's when I started seeing the gender talk. Like I had no idea there was a difference between sex and gender. And then when that got brought up to me, I'm still flabbergasted. Again, I was in the military, so I came out of the military with you wear green. Like there was no, my battle buddy was black. My girlfriend when I was in the military was black, but like green. That's all that mattered.
Mm-hmm.
I had multiple girlfriends in the military. I don't know why I just said that only one was black.
Well, hey, you're flexing.
I trying to show that
You're
I'm not
just-
racist.
you're
That's what
just
it was.
Flexing your wide range of.
I can get them all. I can get them all. Doesn't matter the race. I can get them all. I still got it, babe. Don't worry.
Oh man.
Got to make sure my wife understands I still got it.
No, I recommend everybody like to check into Judge Joe Brown because he gets right to it. Back in 1966,
He knows all
when
the
the
facts
communists came through, and he does. Yes, facts is what he
Yep.
facts, dates, the law.
He talks
Oh,
about what the real reason or what he believes to be, I guess, because I didn't ever hear about this side of it. The real reason behind Russia invasion of Ukraine, and he was saying some things like that video right there. That's what was happening was they were like intruding into that area and trying to push that ideology of, equal rights for kids
Mhm.
and sexualities and genders and yada yada. And Russia was like, yeah, not happening. And on top of that, you're with the UN. We're gonna go ahead and cancel this.
Right.
So Edna Perez. Oh, so do I, baby. So do I. That's right, Edna. That's right.
Still got it. What did Barbara say?
4th grade, we were separated into a boy and girl class to give us the talk about what is going on in our bodies, changes happening at that age, and our parents had to sign a consent form. I believe that should be it right there, where the parents have to sign a consent form. Literally, we are going to talk about this next week in school. Your kid has to have the signature, or else you believe you have to have this conversation with your kid
On
at your
own.
time, right?
Yeah.
But just understand that your kids' friends are going to know what this is,
Just don't leave it up to the parents. I mean, not to the parents, the teachers.
right? I was gonna
Because
say.
you could have a situation where a teacher wants to have sex with an 11-year-old, like in certain parts of the country.
Hold on, what?
Oh,
That was a big jump.
well, this woman.
it though?
I
Yep.
just
A
said-
huge jump.
I mean,
Yep.
Have you been-
100%.
Have you not been seeing the sponsored pictures
It's
at the
been
bottom
happening a
where it
lot.
says this hot teacher was having
Yeah.
sex with teenage boys? You didn't see those pictures at the bottom? of,
There's
like, all
more.
the
There's
news?
more.
No,
female
you get
teachers
the
being
ads
taught.
for whatever videos you're watching.
Right.
Yeah.
They specialize it for me.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, well, you don't think the ads
But
are
it is
specialized for
happening,
you?
though. There's definitely teachers having
There's a lot.
sex with younger kids these days. It's ridiculous.
It
Or
just,
like,
it just
or we just
happened.
know about it more.
Well, yeah, but
What do you think, Austin? Hold on.
Sorry.
Do we just know about it more?
Yeah, pedophiles exist, but they're not normalized. I don't think they are.
Mm.
You're
No,
trying to
no
get
one
there,
likes
though.
a fucking pedophile.
No
no
one
one
does.
likes a pedophile.
Well,
And no one ever will.
There's
the Vatican.
Nope. Oh, yeah. So the Catholics, sure. That's been a thing for ages because they don't want
And
their
hold
priests
on,
to have
hold on.
sex
It's
with
not just
normal-
them.
you
No,
know,
hold
the
on.
normal
And the
way.
Jews, actually.
The
There
Jews?
has been a what was it, NBC or CBS? We had it on a radio show.
Yeah.
Where they actually came out and said that there were pedophiles in United States that if they identified as having Jewish origin, they can actually go back to Israel and they would accept them in there as being Jewish, and United States can't do anything about it. That was a CBS News.
So wait, I'm sorry, I missed the pedophile connection.
Oh, we're talking about pedophiles that said, "Oh, I'm Jewish. I need to go back to Israel. I can be extradited back to my home country."
Okay, so in order to escape jail time, they're going to Israel.
Yes,
Okay, all right.
There's been
good.
multiple
Send them
cases
to
of that.
Israel. Like, get them out of my country.
I'm cool with that too.
Yeah,
I
right.
say
so
an island.
So I don't think they're actually Jewish though. It sounds like they're using a loophole.
They
No,
are.
they are
using it.
Jewish.
They are. Well,
And they're
okay.
using a loophole.
their
But, like,
their
I don't-
religion is Judaism.
Yeah, that is
okay,
what it is.
okay, I
They are,
see.
yes.
But
Someone got
like I
someone got hit
don't
to-
I don't think there's like a statistic, where like Jewish people are more likely to be pedophiles.
No, I did not claim that.
Okay, well that's why I'm clarifying.
Okay, yeah, we're not claiming that here on the.
Because that's
PCP.
what it sounded like you were saying.
Oh no, my
What
bad.
did it sound like we were
Sorry.
saying? What?
That Jewish people have an inclination for pedophilia. Well, don't get us started. Nope,
Nope.
nope.
I will say this.
No one likes a pedophile.
Hold on. I will say this. Look at a
Jeez.
Jewish religious circumcision, and then you be the judge.
Yeah, that's weird.
You be
I know
the
Austin
judge on
knows it
that.
because
What
he's
about-
all into religion.
Okay,
Yeah.
so sorry. what
How do
about-
the Jewish rabbis commit circumcision?
how do they do it?
Yeah, how
Yeah.
do they do it?
Don't they like tie it off and then
No.
like
No,
Yeah,
they don't tie
no,
it
they
off.
bite it off.
No, they don't do that. No.
Oh,
you're
damn.
talking
Who am I
about
talking
that.
about then?
They cut, and then the rabbi sucks the blood from
That's
the
what it
penis.
is. That's what it is.
Oh,
and
yeah,
it's
that's
it
like-
is
that's like
supposed
way
to
different.
be
I don't think anyone
supposed to
actually does that
mean
anymore.
it's supposed to mean that it helps stops the bleeding.
Yeah, it sure does.
Fucking
It sure does.
bleed out, young man. Get some gauze for that little boy.
Yeah.
Figure that shit
So
out.
I think now they tie it off and then
no, they still
I don't think they
still practice it.
no they don't.
Okay, you know what?
I don't know.
You go ahead and look in the video.
How about you look it up?
You go ahead and look it
We're
up.
gonna go through
I'm
the-
sure someone does.
We're gonna
but
go
yeah,
through the
yeah.
questions. You're gonna look it up in the meantime to see if it actually still happens.
All right, look it up for
You're
yourself.
the liberal. Let us
Go
know.
ahead.
I don't know.
Look it up. You'll be appalled.
Striker said, "Same with me. We were separated. Damn it, I can't put it. in there.
I
We were separated
looking
into
shit
the
up.
boys group and girls group in 5th grade. Nowadays, you'd be canceled for that. Being separated into boys group and girls group. So Striker, you're canceled for the big
You're
talk.
Canceled. You're canceled. But
Canceled.
again, we don't need. Honestly, we don't. I don't need a teacher to teach my kid about where to put their meat or.
That's one of the conversations that a lot of people are having. Was that back in the day, how it started was how they started sexual education in high school was your kids need to understand this. We are going to give them the scientific version of it. And the parents back then were like, they were saying back then that this is going to cascade down into much worse territory. And people were like, no, this is a scientific talk. We're talking about understanding ovaries and testes. And that's what we're trying to make sure we get out there. Now we've gotten to the point where literally they're talking to your kids about cutting it off.
Yeah. Do you think it worked? Do you think sexual ed like really informed you and made you aware of, anything?
I think if you
got
look
out
at
there?
the numbers, we have more teenage pregnancy now than 60 years ago.
So what's the point of sex ed?
Maybe to get teenage kids pregnant and then to bring in, single father households by putting money into kick that man out. Big daddy government will be the man. That's the problem. See, the thing is they look at things on a much longer time frame.
Yeah, I think it
We're
could
looking at
be-
things for like the next 2
Yeah.
years, maybe 1
I
year,
think
really.
it's more of finding ways to separate that child away from the parent. Once you give them consent to have that personal, close, serious talk about sexual intercourse, now they're gonna be like, oh my gosh, let me go talk. My teacher is way more, I can trust my teacher more with conversation versus my parents.
Who was your sex ed teacher? And it was in 8th grade.
Oh, it was Art.
Was it Bear?
It was Bart. It was Bear.
It was Bear.
No, it was
Art Bear Connerton.
Yeah.
The one person you don't want to teach you about sex ed.
I am glad he did, man. He was hilarious, number one.
He was hilarious.
He was, he made it not fun, but he made it less awkward.
Less awkward.
Yeah, he made it less awkward.
That man would be canceled today.
Oh, yeah, he would be.
100% canceled
Absolutely.
today. He was my wrestling coach from 7th grade to
How ironic. The
10th
wrestling
grade?
coach was all about grappling and
I'm not sure you're going with that. It was a hyper masculinity that caused him to want to be the sex ed teacher.
Yeah.
Also, he was a science teacher.
He was.
What do you got? Austin?
Okay, so the Metitsa Bepe.
I feel like that's
Is-
racist how you pronounce that, but go ahead.
Yeah. Which is the oral,
Yeah.
Speaking of oral,
component of circumcision is really only practiced amongst the Haredi Orthodox community.
All right, so it's still practiced.
Yeah, it's
Practice.
from by the really old school.
Mhm.
Isn't that the sect that you're involved in? No.
No,
No.
I'm not Jewish.
Okay.
It's pretty gross. Either way you look at it.
It's definitely gross for
It's
sure.
definitely gross.
But
Yeah, it
I-
didn't
but
say
I-
anything
I-
about that in the Bible. I'll tell you that.
No.
I promise
it's
you
probably in
that.
like an old Torah.
No,
kind
I
of thing.
promise you it was not mentioned in the Bible. Hey, while you're down
Like
there,
in like the King
Yeah.
James version.
While you're at it,
whatever version
No.
you read.
take
you know,
that foreskin.
whatever
and just-
revision you that takes all
Give
the
the
stuff out
youngster
that
a
you
little
don't
lick.
like, right? That's the
Mhm.
one you read.
that'd be a King James version.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's gross.
Right. Takes out all the old stuff. That you don't.
Look,
wanna
I'm not-
follow.
I'm not one of those people that say that the scrolls that we found afterwards were, not supposed to be included in the Bible. I'm sitting there saying, why not just let people find out for themselves? Put it all together.
Mm.
Let people figure out for themselves
Can't do
what
it.
makes sense.
Nope, they can't
No.
think for themselves.
Well, that's what the Roman Catholic Church also said, that they were the ones that said you can't have the Bible translated into English.
Right.
So, I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know where I'm going with that one. I feel like I do feel like there's more information out there, like the Gospel of Thomas, like the oh man, there's one that
Book of Mormon.
there's one that talks about more like alien stuff. Daniel, like something with Daniel.
Yo, the Mormon religion. I can never be a Mormon because I'm black and we're like considered.
No, in the
we're
70s,
the devils.
The 70s, God changed his mind about black people.
Within the Mormonism.
That was
Yeah,
there
yeah.
was never a black
So I could be-
anything.
I-
Hold on.
In Mormonism?
No, in the
Mormonism-
Bible.
In
No,
Mormonism.
in
Bible.
Mormonism.
We're
You
talking
said
about
God, though.
the Mormons Bible.
Right.
we are
the Mormons still have a God.
we're devils.
Yeah, they have
And they call him God.
they have a little- I'm sorry,
still-
lowercase g,
it's a
lowercase g.
Christian. No, it's
Yeah.
it's still a Christian based faith. They just added an extra book.
and intermediary, didn't they? A person between God and us that was not Jesus. Wasn't there somebody else?
A prophet?
Yeah,
Right. Yeah, Joseph Smith.
yeah, him.
Right. Yeah, he was born about 20 miles that way.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
what we do around
Palmyra.
here.
Saw him the other day. Matter of fact.
No, he's dead.
Yeah. No, but my 101-year-old grandpa is old enough to say, like, no, that didn't happen.
Never happened.
Yeah.
Never happened.
But yeah, I'm certainly open minded on the texts that were not included in the King James Version Bible. I am open to that concept of maybe there's other books that talk about things that kind of still tie into the Bible.
Mm.
I'm open to it. Austin's not.
No.
I think he's warming up to it.
I think he is. I think he's slowly becoming a
Oh.
believer.
Oh, for sure. You caught me.
I know. Let's skip down to Florida. Since today we talked all about New York. Our radio show today, if you didn't catch it, you can go back onto the Facebook page and check out the radio show earlier. It was all about the nonsense happening in New York.
Can you say we got the best radio show on that? station right now?
Oh, 100%.
We're the hottest thing. in the
Nothing
hood
against
right now.
anyone else.
We're the hottest thing in the hood right now. Like, tell your friends, like, yo, these motherfuckers be spitting.
Hot fire.
Hot fire.
Hot fire. Hide your kids, hide your wife,
1 p.m.
hide your husbands too.
Monday, Wednesday.
There's
Super
too much information being given out. Stuff that I didn't even know about until like literally the minute before we started going live on air. I was like, Hoko did that, seriously? Or not even Hoko, Tisha.
Letitia James.
Tisha.
Not to be confused with LeBron James. This is Letitia James.
Ay, ay, ay. So we're not going to go into anything local because we went into everything New York State related earlier today. So we're going to stick to more of the national stuff. We'll probably get
Global?
into
A little bit of global stuff
a
too.
little bit global.
Mm.
And then our conspiracy theory of the week as well, which I think
Thank you, Debbie, for having your husband to listen. Appreciate you.
conspiracy theory of the week is right in line with what we're talking about. Actually, let's jump into that.
Already?
Let's skip into let's jump into the conspiracy theory. So the question is, did they use your generation and partially my generation, Gen X, I'm an Xennial, to bring about the destruction of America with the I don't care attitude?
No, I don't think I think our generation is the one that's in the middle, the last of the critical thinkers. And then
You can't just claim that.
yeah, I think so.
Last of the critical thinkers?
The last of the critical thinkers, because you got the younger ones who already believe they know it all, and they are the ones that don't care.
Give me an
to know what
example
happened.
of a leader at that time that you would claim would be a critical thinker.
Of
that-
what time?
Of your time.
Of my time? Of
Generation
Generation
X. Yeah.
X? Like what? Who was out before us? Because the older folks, like, who were inspiring us, like, I think our generation was mostly inspired through hip hop, right?
Okay.
And a lot of the
Was that looking into common sense or rationality? Hip hop?
I think so. I think so.
Did it just like degenerate over time?
Yes.
Besides Kanye West, of course.
Right, of course. And you look at Kanye West, you can tell who Kanye West was following, like the Tribe Called Quest of the World, like the Rakims and KRS Ones and the Public Enemies, those people that came, after those individuals. They were expanding the overall consciousness of the average hip hop listener, and they were also influencing the white community and bringing more blacks and whites together within that genre of music.
I think you're hitting it. There might be another version of that where it's expanding the knowledge, expanding the vision of what the world could be if you follow your passion, follow your art, follow who you are, to the point where, and where I'm going to get into this, is you can be who you are, and you can also not give a single fuck if someone else disagrees with you.
But also the ability to articulate a thought and put it in line with how you feel. That a lot of that comes from listening to great, amazing hip hop artists. And then when it changed into a more gangster, straight up bitches ain't
Hood
shit
rat,
but
ratchet
hoes and tricks type music,
which we fought for. We were all for. We all said
but that was the setup.
The disclaimer at the bottom of the CD was during our time.
We listened to Tupac and we listened to
NWA.
Came
out during that time. Eminem was fighting against it. Big Daddy Kane fighting against it.
I forgot the woman that was going at Tupac. She was an older lady, and Tupac was
Jada Pinkett Smith.
No, it wasn't. No, not his supposedly wife. But there was a woman. She was a church lady. She was an advocate. She was the one that wanted to. I mean, I think from her protests of explicit lyrics, they put the parental advisory stamp on those albums back then. And that's when they had that big whole thing where she brought out a whole bunch of CDs and they crushed them. But what Debbie said, 2 Live Crew, that's what it was. That whole case with 2 Live Crew was huge because they fought for our First Amendment right, even though they were talking about shaking that ass and popping that pussy.
And let me see what you got. Right. Which
I
is
loved it, though.
Look, again, there's a difference between fighting for your right to do something, but the parents didn't teach the kids, like, just because you have the right to do it doesn't mean it's right.
Yeah, but unfortunately, the unfortunate part for our parents, you think about where our parents, that was when the industry of the workforce changed, is when more women had to go to work. More
Well, I was
men
way
and
before
women.
that.
Yeah, but no, when it became even more prominent then.
I think it was more of the women were involved in the managerial class, meaning the ones who were making decisions, getting into CEO positions, getting on board positions, because at that point it was more like women are in the workplace. It's just an automatic thing, but we weren't seeing them on boards.
Mm. I
We
don't
were
know.
seeing them as the decision makers. And then they were becoming more of it. But you brought up the hip hop side of it. I want to showcase the 90s music icons who really showed off exactly what I'm talking about here, where they were just who they were, and love them or hate them, I guarantee they did not care. Let's bring up the pictures here.
Yo, it's funny. How did I like add? I mean, you weren't really going with the hip hop side, but music is part of what the
Music.
I
But
answered
that
the
was
question.
I think that was the generation of MTV,
Yeah.
where music was
Marilyn
a lot of things
Manson
were
was
centered around
weird.
it.
Marilyn Manson was weird. If you go back and listen to Nirvana, which now here's my
So we
conspiracy.
got Korn, Marilyn
Yeah.
Manson, Nirvana, and Pearl Jam.
So here's my conspiracy with Nirvana and other acts like
You have
Marilyn
another.
Manson.
We're getting a twofer.
Well, I think. Well, you have the transition where within the hip hop community where you see where rap went with the more raunchy, explicit,
Mhm.
and then with the rock side, Nirvana. I mean, Kurt Cobain talked about
Rape me.
well, he was talking about killing himself then.
And killing
You
himself.
talk about Red Hot Chili Peppers, who I love, but he's talking about shooting up heroin underneath the bridge. And that was one of their most iconic songs of all time. And all of the kids that they reached, during that, I remember going to Western Ronniequoit, 7th and 8th grade, bro, there were students who were on
Doing
heroin.
that. Yeah, doing that.
Doing that very thing. And then you look at the influence today. Okay, you got the pill poppers, you got the, they're drinking the
lean.
Yeah, the lean, all these different types of crazy concoctions where our music industry has influenced our culture with our kids and led us to these different places. So going back to what I was stating about our generation, we had a point in time where you had songs like Self-Destruction or All in the Same Gang, right? Right. That's the East Side and the West Side. East Side had Self-Destruction and the West Side had, All in the Same Gang. Right after those songs, the industry of hip hop, it completely changed. It went to more of a murder. Murder was the case that they gave me.
Was that on accident, or you think it was on purpose?
It was on purpose. I mean, just like Kanye said, who runs the music industry?
We're not going to get into that.
All right. So, but there's something to be said that Leor.
We had a lot of conversation about those people earlier today as well.
All right. So Leor Cohen, who is a huge record industry executive.
Italian.
No, he's not Italian.
Yeah, I know.
But he was on the Breakfast Club and he straight up flat out said, he was only trying to feed his family.
Right. He did not give a single
care about what we were getting.
There was no culture he cared about.
But this is the one thing that I want to make sure that just overall within just our society, we stop thinking that only Black people had access and were the ones that were, increasing the notoriety of hip hop. White people,
Beastie Boys,
still to this day listen to 90s hip hop, and they were a part of that same transition too. So a lot of those same things that were happening to the minds of young Black boys and girls, it was happening the same to white kids. And even within, just again going back to Korn and Marilyn Manson, who was a fucking freak of all freaks.
I respect that though.
I don't expect it because all of that was designed though. It was not meant to be feel good music. And like, who would want their child to just lock themselves up in their room with headphones on, listening to Marilyn Manson's devil music?
Right. That's not what I respect. I respect the ability to come out and find that niche, to be able to say, I'm going to be this and I'm going to fit this
But that wasn't by his plan.
But that doesn't matter. What
An
I'm
executive-
looking at is the business aspect of it. Just like Mr.
Yeah.
Cohen back then. That right there. How you gonna come out in a corset with freaking thigh high, whatever those things are called, and as a man
and we're
with makeup on, white as a ghost, and sing the way he
and
sings?
majority of the motherfuckers right now vote Democratic right now.
Yeah.
Like the
Probably,
Marilyn Manson crowd, coloring their hair.
Back in the day, they were against authority, and now they're just like right in line with it.
Yeah,
We got Korn over there with his freaking leather skirt on,
yeah.
and then we got the white boys over there doing. They just didn't give a single. They didn't give a single.
What was the song? They were.
While you're thinking about it, jump out to that next.
Yeah,
picture
I'm trying to think of that group.
Is it this group? Because let's not forget the true icons of the Degenerates.
All I can say is that my life is. Wasn't that song like that song was depressing though?
Yeah,
And it seemed like it was leading kids to just off themselves.
yeah. They come to Rochester too. They come to Rochester for the Lilac Festival.
I forgot the name of that group. Now those guys right there. I was just mad at
Blind Melon. Thank
Melon.
you. Yep.
Yes, I was just watching.
It had to be the Western Roundaquoit girls that freaking popped up with that one.
That
of course.
was that
Appreciate
era.
y'all.
That was that era.
Yeah.
Like, thankfully, there were some folks that loved Wu-Tang Clan. That's another. So Wu-Tang Clan
Ain't nothing to fuck with.
ain't nothing to fuck. But so many people, black and white, till this day, love Wu-Tang.
But first of all, I do not like Wu-Tang.
What?
But the guy that was
Whoa.
on last week,
Stop.
the co-host
show.
on last week, Billy, he was just freaking white boy going down the street in his freaking Chevy. What the hell do you have? The one that anyways, popping freaking Wu-Tang all day, every day.
Wu-Tang is forever. Wu-Tang is forever, bro.
They're from Long Island, Staten Island. I think he's doing it in New Orleans, and they had nothing to do with what we're doing here in Rochester.
They didn't have to be.
Right, but I didn't feel that. That's why it's like what it was a bunch of freaking posers. It felt like posers.
Oh my gosh. You are probably the only
That's
person.
That's right.
You got and that's okay.
No matter
right?
what you say after
Relish
that, you are
right.
correct.
You relish in that. But
I'm the Marilyn Manson of
Wu-Tang, the stuff that they were talking about within that group, each and every artist had a very high level intellect that they were able to put that on CDs, and each and every one of them had their own different personality. And the main one
I get that.
who was talking that talk,
Well, who do you think is the main one?
the main one out of the group,
Yeah,
well, RZA is the point guard.
I think he's done the best.
I
Because
guess
he's behind the scenes done
yeah,
the best.
but yes, but also Method Man is phenomenal. He's very smart.
Right,
If you
but he
listen
ain't
to
doing
some-
nothing no more.
Well, they were listen, back then they were talking about their third eye. They were talking about
Mhm.
the universe. They were talking about all types of
I'll give him that.
like social issues
Yep.
and everything within. But again, and they were also talking about what was going on within their surroundings.
And Kareem.
Cash rules everything around me, right? But everything they were talking about, it applies to today. You go back and listen to it. You like, yo, they were way ahead of their time. Now these motherfuckers that we listen to today,
Yeah, well, I mean, when you compare them, you
Kodak
can't
Black,
compare them.
I don't
Right.
even know what he
Future?
says half the time. Future just talks. He's just on drugs, prescription drugs.
Yeah,
all the time.
Billy was talking. Oh, yeah, it was Percocet.
Yeah.
Molly Percocet.
Yeah. Face off. That's
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, stupid freaking song. That's Austin's people.
it's trash.
Can we go back up through the comments, because I saw something in there about some groups back in the day. There, got the Blind Melon. Kiss was a big one too. Parental Advisory, yeah, Tipper Gore, Al Gore's wife. That's right. That was yep, we're good now. So I'm done. Jose and Lavelle's generation brought us goth. Yeah. Well, there's goth, and then there's crap. I called a girl goth one time. She was one of my employees.
Goth is our era.
She was one of
bro.
my employees at Best Buy back in the day, and she was like, "I'm not goth. I'm industrial." And I was like,
Ooh. They set them up for the future of cutting their dicks off.
Then there's emo.
Oh gosh, they're the one. Are they the ones that are like the animals now too? Like they're furries or something?
Probably.
They're today's
Probably.
furries.
There was a XX Taxion, whatever his name was. That's that whole crew.
Yeah, I
That was a weird time in the past. When did he die? Like 5 years ago? Extacion or Extacion, whatever his name is. He's one of those when they opened up the music for any artist to put it out there. I forget the website, and then people were like downloading music that was like commit suicide music, is what it sounded like to me. It was just such a downer. That's where Lil Durk came from.
Well, yeah, the Kurt Cobain. Kurt Cobain.
Yeah, that's what started it.
He the one started it. They had a rap song, "All My Friends Are Dead." Put me to the edge. All my friends are dead. Like he wants to kill himself too, and then he ended up killing himself.
I bet Billy would love that song. Didn't Wu-Tang and Onyx do an album together? I don't know anything about that.
Never did it.
I never listened to Onyx.
That never happened. Never.
How can any of you justify
But
voting
Onyx-
Republican ever again?
Onyx.
Kevin
Onyx-
jumped out of nowhere.
Yeah, that had nothing to do with what we're talking
But
about.
I do agree. That's a good question, though.
For what?
We'll jump into that afterward.
All right, good. Well, my thing though is
That's a good question, Kevin.
with going back to Wu-Tang and Onyx having an album. Onyx was the polar opposite of Wu-Tang, and it
Mhm.
was more of a destructive type of music, just robbing people, and what's mine is mine and yours is mine. Like, so a lot of the music that we were listening to, I think we were way more mature to kind of separate fact from fiction, reality.
Were we?
I think so.
I don't know.
think so. I think what
I don't know about
perpetuated
that.
a lot of the drugs and crime was what was already going on, and they just found a way to use that stuff
I
and glorify it.
disagree. I agree with that part. I think
Yeah.
that it was like a subculture that was doing that, and then the industry uplifted the subculture so that it became the culture.
Well, let's dig a little deeper, because the CIA definitely was a huge part of the hip hop industry as well. So if you look, there is
Allegedly.
that's for YouTube and Facebook purposes, but
I just wanted to press the button. I haven't pressed it in a long time.
I
I
know.
feel like
but the look into the CIA and its influence on hip hop. There's a
Yep.
book that was actually written about that and how the CIA has controlled the hip hop industry.
through who?
Should look at all the major players. You got the Puffies of the world. You have the Suge Knights of the world. You have
Is
the
Puffy gay?
Russell Simmons. He's absolutely 100% gay. I believe in all of that stuff, that all
do?
those rituals and
All right.
stuff that they got going on. And I mean,
When they create the album and then they do like a seance on it.
well, it's a form of enslavement. It's a form of dominance. When they used to break the slaves, they would, emasculate them by raping them. So
Was there a term for that?
emasculation. I mean, buck
Maybe.
breaking. Yes, buck breaking.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
So that's been going on. It continued. And
You think P. Diddy did that to
I mean, yes. And
Usher?
I think that culture itself, and just so many things that's coming out about it. Like just recently, Will Smith just got outed by his best friend, supposed best friend.
Oh, I didn't hear anything about this. What was
Oh
it?
yeah. So him,
I'm not a culture guy, so go
Will
ahead.
Smith and one of his friends, who is also an actor, Kevin Martin is his name. He was on the Desperate Housewives with
I don't watch that shit.
Desperate Husbands of Hollywood.
I watched that shit. That was Kevin Hart.
Yes, with Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
So he was the hustle man.
Okay.
Dwayne Martin. That's his
Okay,
name.
Dwayne Martin. All right,
Martin.
all right, yeah.
Yeah, so Dwayne Martin and Will Smith was caught in a dressing room, by Will Smith.
I did hear about that.
and Will Smith is like, never happened, and he's trying
Yeah,
to
deny not. It wasn't
I mean,
me.
he's gonna have to. Like,
It wasn't
bro,
me.
bro. He said he was caught like banging Dwayne over a couch.
Look, again, I personally do not care if you are going to be gay or if you were gay or if you do gay stuff. I honestly
Wait,
do not
you gonna
care.
say stuff here, and you said shit on the air earlier.
I did. I
What's wrong
totally
with you, bro?
said it on the airwaves.
Did you hit the dump button?
No,
You don't have a dump button at
No.
the radio station?
we got a producer that
Yeah,
hit
he
the
took
button.
Oh, did he hit the?
Yeah,
oh,
I guess.
okay.
I guess.
Yeah,
They're
Said
talking
he
about
caught it.
they're gonna do a replay on Friday night.
I saw his face.
Okay.
He was like,
yeah.
So it was funny that it was me instead of him.
Yeah,
I'm the one who's getting tagged as the potty mouth motherfucker.
You are a potty mouth motherfucker.
Whenever I need to be,
I don't know.
when I need to drive home a point.
Jen
But
Ardone's comment there you gotta say it. METHOD, man.
I mean, how could you hate on Wu-Tang, bro?
I can hate on Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang is forever.
I'll tell you that at that point right there, I was more of a West Coast rap kind of guy.
Oh, word?
Yes.
So you was with Dre Day?
No, I was with Can't Touch It, MC Hammer.
Oh, that's right. That is right. You were a little bit younger. You wouldn't know about the Chronic. You wasn't able to.
I
listen
wouldn't
to
know
the
about
Chronic.
the Chronic. I knew about the Chronic. It was just
later on. You couldn't listen to it when it first came out.
see, with me, I'm very much about the beat, which is terrible because I fully understand that that's how they entrance you into like, you know, that's how they get you is the beat. But I'm still all about it. It's like if it got a good beat, like that's killer right there. I automatically know if a young kid is gonna love a song,
right?
And I'm like, I'll hear the song. I'm like, I guarantee this is probably a big song. And it's like, it's been out for like 2 years. I'm like, I didn't know. I don't listen to music very often anymore. I used to listen to music all the time. I had a radio, like one of those radio like 2 dials that you had to like go back and forth right behind my head. So when I went to bed, I would listen to music because my parents didn't allow us to listen to modern day music growing up. We could only the worst we could listen to was Warm 101.3.
Yeah, that can sometimes get a little bit risque.
Well, they had the I'm a bitch, I'm a lover, I'm your child. When that song came out, I looked at my mom. I'm like,
I'm a saint.
Right. When that song, I was like, look at my mom. I'm like,
what is this, Mom? My ears.
my mom was like trying to change the channel and everything.
I can't
It was
hear that, Mom.
Right.
You were faking.
Well, when I was younger, I used to babysit, which is hilarious because Michelle doesn't want me to say this out loud. Michelle, Keisha. I'm not very fond of children.
Yeah. Well,
like I like them when they're teenagers. When they are like when they have hustle, when they're ready to do stuff, and I'm like, all right, cool. I can motivate that.
You don't like that
But, like,
sentimental shit?
No. Emotions? No, not at all. None.
Oh,
Look at that. Look at that little ugly baby.
So your own offspring, like you slip one past the goal and you see that thing come out of that
never happened to me.
That canal.
That never happened to me.
Right. So how would you know? Like
because I married a woman that already had kids that were already old enough to be able to speak in full freaking sentences.
Yeah, man.
It was very beneficial.
Well, you know, the
where are you gonna
if you no, well, let me say, I would understand if I didn't have kids, I probably would have that same like feeling like fuck them kids. I probably would have that.
I didn't want to say that, but yeah,
too.
pretty much, yeah.
No, that's funny how that kind of came about, and like now more parents are saying "fuck them kids." I think that's too an op. You gotta be careful about saying.
Yeah, I don't like that. Like I still go
love
out.
My kids.
I'll read a book to the kids. At the same time, I'm like, this book sucks, and we need to be teaching these kids financial literacy at a young age.
Man, we got to protect these kids from these goddamn traffickers. That's what we need to do. Save them from slavery.
Damn, you just went dark with that one. Jeez.
But it's true.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Barbara said, let's see Kevin. Dems equal crime. Dems equal human trafficking.
What about
Dems
that
equal
whole
child
Republican
mutilation.
thing?
Well, I posted something on our, I say our, but there's no one running it but me. It was the, on my story. Let me find it. Let me pull it up so I can read it. All right. The GOP has done nothing about election integrity. GOP has done nothing about censorship. GOP has done nothing to stop vax mandates. GOP has done nothing to stop the FBI. GOP has done nothing to stop Biden regime. That is very true.
That is true, but until the GOP citizens, the Republican citizens that seem to sort of represent the critical thinkers, they used to be the ones that were all about, you know, the Constitution, freedom, all those things, but George Bush fucked that up, right? So you can't kind of
add it to the list.
Yeah, add that to the list, but also go back to Reagan, he fucked that up too. So
add it to the list, both Republicans.
But when you go back and look into the history of the Republican Party, they are the party that freed the slaves. They are
no. See, we're not gonna do this.
Yes,
we're
we
not gonna
are.
sit here and say, let's look at the history.
Yes, we
that's
are.
Like
because
that's
that
like
is
a Cowboys fan. That's like a Cowboys fan saying, look at all the freaking rings we have.
Is it a fact?
Fine, but let's
Okay,
talk
so-
about today.
Yeah, so
Let's
we talk about
the last
yes,
decade.
we talk
How
about
that?
today. So forget about history, right? That's the problem because when
No,
you
no. I didn't
No.
say forget about history.
No,
What I'm
okay,
saying is,
so
what have you done for me today?
yeah, so again, going to my point, if you let me
Go ahead.
speak my point, the
Go ahead.
reason why you still should support the Republican Party because of its what's within its DNA, right? And you look at the things that the Democrats are doing, everything that they're doing is within their DNA.
No, you're comparing. See, you're comparing. I don't know.
Okay, so what? But let me finish
This is
my
what
point.
you guys need to understand. You need to understand when someone is taking something, an argument, and what they're trying to do is they're trying to compare it to something that is probably worse, but they're not
But you
making
want
their
me-
argument
but you
better.
want me to talk about today, right? So
Yep, go ahead.
today,
What have they done?
the tactics that the Democratic Party
No.
is the-
Don't talk about the
I'm going
Democratic
to
Party.
get to the Republican
Talk about
Party.
Republicans.
I'm going to give you.
What have they
this
done?
because if
What
you're
do
going
they
to tell
stand
me
for?
the other alternative to voting Republican is Democrat, okay? So
Or independent or libertarian.
none of those have, number one, any type of candidates or position in our government that they have any type of power backing where they can make any type of
That's not
decisions
my
right now.
fault.
It's not your fault. It's not anyone's fault. It's what we have right now within our two-party system that we already know is rigged.
I bet I can win as an independent. Something.
Depending on
what.
where you are, probably not in this fucking city.
I don't know. I think that there's an opportunity.
I don't know either. I don't know. I think that
It'd be a very high, like
it'll be a tough task. for
very
sure.
tough task.
Be a tough task. But do you know where you would get the majority of your votes? Republican voters.
No, God, no.
What?
The numbers do not support no. The independent voters outnumber Republican voters in Monroe County.
Yes, you'll get your independent votes.
Yes, that is.
But
that,
you
they
will
outnumber
never
Republicans.
get a far left Democrat that will agree to
That's not who you're going for, though. That's not who you're going for. You're going for the moderate Democrats, which there are a ton of. There are a ton of.
Are you sure? You talking about?
You sure about that?
There's a herd of unicorns that we don't know about.
There is. You know what they're doing? They're working all day.
Oh, are they?
They're working all day.
Oh, okay.
That's why they don't show up to a freaking
Okay.
protest or nothing like that.
All right. Well, within just this whole entire point of what we're talking about, the reason why you should vote Republican still is the fact that they have throughout our history protected our Constitution. In other areas, they
Patriot Act.
Republican, yeah, fuck that up, absolutely,
Right.
But I don't
And
consider.
what have they done
I
to
don't consider
take
I
back
don't
that
consider
power
George-
since then? No, not just George Bush, not just then. What have they done to retract that power away from the government
Absolutely
since
nothing.
then? Thank you.
Absolutely nothing.
There you go.
That's a fact.
There you go.
Within the elected Republicans, but I'm talking about.
The only ones that matter.
I'm talking about the people who are not within the system, the government. Now, I'm not talking about congressmen. I'm not talking about the House of Representatives. I'm not talking about
Not talking about the ones who make the decisions?
I think our citizens, I think Republican registered voters need to hold these goddamn politicians accountable.
Well,
How
Barbara
many-
says the American people need to wake up and see what the government is doing and get on the horn to their representatives. Do you think that works?
I think it does work
In what universe?
in a universe where if people
It didn't work during COVID.
no,
It didn't work during the lockdowns. It didn't work during the vaccine mandates. It didn't work during the red, yellow, orange zones of being able for a business to open back up during
because
COVID.
you don't have proper leadership within the Republican Party.
That's not my
Until-
problem. That's
yes,
your problem.
Until that happens, until you get the
So
right
what are you gonna do
people
about
working within the
So what are you gonna do about it?
working within the community.
No,
getting
working within
people-
the community. There's none of you doing that.
Oh, there is at this very moment.
Is there?
Oh, yes, there are. Yes, there are. There's some.
I just haven't seen it, I guess.
No, you haven't seen it.
Okay.
But a change is coming.
I feel like you're just saying that just to like be
right?
like a marketing thing.
I know, right? That's what you got to do. You got to start somewhere.
You gotta.
You know, you
Yeah.
gotta lead people into what's coming next.
I feel like what's coming next is another trouncing in New York State by the
No.
Democratic Party to completely obliterate the Republican
I
Party.
don't know. See, the best part about this election is coming up in 2024.
What's the best part?
It's Joe Biden. Joe Byron is still running, and Kamala Harris is also.
You
on
said
the
that
ticket.
differently.
Kamala Harris.
Uh-huh.
She juggles, or what do you call this? Twirls hot dogs in her hand. You ever see that video?
No.
That's hilarious.
Awesome.
Just playing with the glizzies, I guess.
She's playing with the glizzies. That's what she was doing.
I've never seen that.
But it will take.
I would never watch a video that desecrates a black female.
Yeah, well, it will take specific leaders within the Republican Party to shift their focus to voters that they never thought would vote for them before, because there is a huge Donald Trump following right now.
Not in New York.
Well, there is.
There is, but are they going to show up to vote?
I believe so.
You don't think they are probably felons who can't vote?
No, I don't think it's that. I do
Okay.
think there are a huge number of black voters, minority voters, Hispanic voters.
But the only ones that matter are the ones in those battleground states. That's the only thing that matters.
Yeah, but
Because New York is not going to convert into a Republican.
no, we're
state.
not. We're not.
Not
However,
in the next 10
but
years.
you
at
want to
least.
move the needle. You want to represent. You want to show the country that yes, New York State may go to Biden. Let's say it goes to Biden 50-44. 50-45, 50-46 instead of 66 to fucking 40. You know,
That's not
something
even-
stupid. You got to show up.
I get what you're saying, but the numbers don't match up.
We're not too far from Governor Pataki. He was a Republican.
That was only 30 years ago. What?
Yeah, it's not too far away.
Can you find out when Governor Pataki was
Pataki
governor?
was before what's his name? Cuomo.
the other Cuomo?
No, he was before Spitzer, and then Patterson, and then
What
Cuomo.
was Weiner?
And you know, so
what was
funny.
Anthony Weiner?
Weiner was with he came out after Spitzer.
But he was a Democrat anyways.
He was a Democrat, but
I just want to say it. That's all.
all of those
Tacky.
it's so funny. We've like here in New York State, we've elected
2006.
He was governor from 1995 to 2006.
and then after that we haven't had a Republican governor since.
And that was less than 20 years ago.
Right. We had Spitzer. He liked prostitutes.
Elliot.
Patterson, he was
How do you
blind, but
feel
he was
about
molesting
politicians
bitches.
that like prostitutes?
They all do.
Would you still vote for them knowing that they like prostitutes?
No,
Damn.
no, because
That makes you a bigot.
no, not certain, not
You're
necessarily.
a black Republican bigot.
That's what I'm called, but I don't think that can classify me as a bigot. I think if they are that type to accept that, then they'll accept a child being trafficked too.
There was a Democrat who ran. Oh man, she had an
Sorry,
OnlyFans.
hold on.
What?
Why?
Again, how do you make this?
How do you make that
you make
assumption?
the
It's
jump.
about when you're at a moral decision.
The
Yeah.
jump from
Tell him, Austin. Get him, Austin.
Hold on. You make these jumps from like, well, if they accept this one illegal thing, they're probably also pedophiles. It's just I don't understand your leap.
Not saying that they're a pedophile. Never said they were a pedophile, but they would likely turn an eye. They will turn the other way. They would look the other way. They would allow it. They wouldn't pursue
Allegedly.
it. They wouldn't put their heart and soul to stop something that they already know that they're morally committing behind the scenes.
So if they're pro someone being able to, because prostitutes aren't slaves, they're prostitutes. They
Not always.
Huh?
They're not
So they
always
can
slaves.
be.
Whoa!
Yes.
No, actually, no, they're not. If they're prostitutes, they're not
liberal
slaves.
guy.
Yeah, no.
They can be slaves.
No, then they're not prostitutes. They're not making the money themselves.
Sex
Austin, you gotta look. You gotta look.
That's a
further
sex
into that.
slave. That's a different thing.
Yeah, but you gotta look.
That's a
further
different thing.
You have to
Fine.
look further into that issue because the prostitutes are not just about just what you see in Vegas, right? Or what we know on the hookers at the Point or down in New York City, doing the whole stroll.
Okay.
A lot of prostitutes have a pimp. Okay, so
Sure.
that is sex trafficking. That is that is
Okay.
slavery. So a lot of prostitutes are doing it without a choice. They're doing it because of drug addiction. They're getting dangled this carrot. Go out there and do this. I'm going to give you these drugs.
That's not chattel. What kind of slavery is that?
I don't. It's to me, it's slavery. I don't know the specific term.
Wasn't there
in that
for
aspect,
the
but-
like Irish that came to America? They were slaves, but they weren't really slaves.
Indentured servitude.
Indentured
Indentured
servitude.
service.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what a prostitute is. Who
Wh-
has who has a pimp.
Yeah, you're indebted to him because you have
Right.
to
You're
fulfill whatever.
Indentured
So
to him.
that is the full like
Okay,
basic description of prostitution and how
No.
it began.
that's
He
part
disagrees.
of
There was
I
even
disagree,
going back
yes.
further. Besides the male pimp, you had the madam.
Okay,
You had the woman who
sure.
and you
Someone
going
who runs the business.
yeah going around. So the whorehouse has been going on for God knows how
Right.
long.
But a whorehouse could be just someone like a place of business,
And
right?
there's always-
like a strip club where you happen
at
to
that
have
point,
hotel
the
rooms.
prostitutes are employees,
But
That's
they're not.
slavery.
They're not. They're not.
1091.
employees.
They're 1091.
Not employees. You look at a lot of the
So,
madams.
and like in countries where it's legal, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah,
you
in
know,
countries like one country.
No, there's multiple.
yeah,
List
we're-
them.
The
List
red
them.
light district,
Okay, hold on.
Korea,
List them.
Amsterdam.
Yes, and
Um,
even if they are legal, you mean to tell me you guys are willing to bet the farm that the people who are in these situations are all choosing
Oh, Korea
Not-
as well.
I
out of
didn't
their
say
own
all.
will.
I said that's you're the one presupposing that they're not doing it of their own volition.
Word.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying that the majority, the overall majority of this industry, the people who are doing it has an overseer, someone who is in charge, someone who is making them work against their own will. Like, for example, you take the country of China, and so many young women and men who come out of that country to the United States are prostituting themselves for a visa and the right to stay here in this country. That's just one example. Why am I using that example? Well, that's all a huge part of the Jeffrey Epstein case. It was going down there in Florida, which is why Robert Kraft, the owner of the New England Patriots, got busted.
I'm trying to figure out that was a
No, I'm just aligning these people who are all involved. Robert Kraft was connected to Jeffrey Epstein. Their massage parlor that was busted in Florida. They found that
where was that
women-
address?
Look it up. Look up the Robert Kraft situation. Robert Kraft.
Yeah, I know.
His-
I know what happened.
Okay, so
I was
I'm
making
only-
a joke. Like, tell me exactly where that place
yeah.
is. I want
You
to.
want to go? You
I
wanna
want
go down
to
there?
look at it myself just to make sure.
But from reading about that case, when I was
Mhm.
looking into that case, they were looking more into the salon itself and the manager of that salon who was present at Donald Trump campaigns.
Did we go through that last week?
Probably did. I don't know. I wasn't here.
This was literally a conversation that I had prepared for last week until someone said they couldn't make it. But there were a bunch of we call them. They found quite a bit of these illegal brothels that they took down. ABC News: politicians, military officers were clients of high-end brothel network. What was the next one? CNN Politics: DOJ announces arrests in high-end brothel network used by elected officials, military officers, and others. These are two different states as well. They're going after the brothels and not the person who's committing it.
Not the people who's in charge of trafficking these individuals.
But don't you think that they're probably using that to get the data on who was there? That's how I see it.
I don't think they care about who was there.
You don't think so?
No,
You don't think they're trying to use it against somebody who might be like
Well, in that case, you're
Yeah.
talking about just
the whole reason why
yeah.
Epstein was with Mossad?
Yeah, you know, if you want to blackmail somebody,
Right.
that's why
That's-
it's running to begin with.
That's what matters the most.
Yeah.
Can you blackmail somebody? It's not that there's children involved or
they
sex
could care
slaves
less.
involved.
They can care less about that.
They don't care. They don't
No.
care at all.
No,
They
well,
automatically assume they're less than.
I mean the outrageous stories that come out that just don't seem real. We have a federal government that is in charge of placing kids into proper homes. They lost track of 85,000 kids. I mean,
Who went across the border?
so these numbers, this smoke in these, you know, situations, you have to follow them and see what's going on, to where even if I'm just, you know, making these outlandish connections and the shit just seems crazy and bizarre.
You're insane.
Right. It seems so crazy. So what? We've lost track of 85 undocumented kids. And to see heads of federal organizations not have the answers as to where they are, and not answer to their mistreatment, where there are reports of kids being not just used for sexual trafficking, child labor laws are like, these kids are working for no pay. They're doing all types of crazy ass jobs or whatever in the United States. But it's not just the United States. It's happening in every other country on this planet. And we don't talk about it enough. It just seems so outlandish and crazy. Like, oh no, there's no way that shit can happen. But then when you open up that, you peel back the layers of the onion.
Because people are too afraid to acknowledge that that's actually happening.
Yeah. It's fucked up.
Barbara said Kraft went to a rub and tug.
That man, he has so much money.
I was gonna say, does he not deserve a rub and tug?
He deserves, but why would you go to that lower level?
That was my
question.
question.
You can have the most high class rub and tug
absolute
ever in the world.
They can come to you. Why would you go to it?
So this is the bullshit of that story and how they swept under the rug. Just looking at the background of Robert Kraft. Robert Kraft is very good friends with Benjamin Netanyahu. He's also a dual citizen to the state of Israel. Going back to what you said again about being able to cover yourself if you are a Jew, religious Zionist Jew, you can go and get extradited to Israel and not seek any charges. Robert Kraft knew a lot of people in a lot of high different places, and they covered up the fact that that was his business. That was his company. And he was operating in the same state, the same city, the same town as his neighbor, Jeffrey Epstein. And you mean to tell me that that's the charge that they gave him, that he was getting rub and tug? They said that this motherfucker was bringing cash to the rub and tug. Okay. And they were making an exchange. And the woman who was managing that rub and tug, she was seen at political affiliations, political parties. She came to a Trump rally before.
The madam was all around town.
Yeah, people knew her. She was pretty well connected. So I don't put past nothing. I don't put past anything when it comes to people and, you know, sex and manipulation and just doing things behind closed doors. There's so many stories of back in the day that I heard from, you know, just people within my family that, you know, were living in brothels. Okay. So it's not Richard Pryor. He told a story how he was living in a brothel as a child. So it's not like this thing is just some old unknown phenomenon. Like, it's just now happening. This shit has been happening behind the scenes for decades now, and it's just now coming to light. Finally.
Allegedly.
What happened to the old abolitionists? What happened to the abolitionists of the world? Like, who would say this is a travesty?
Slavery became illegal.
It became illegal. Yes, you abolish it, but it's still happening.
It's officially not legal. So that's why the abolitionists stopped campaigning, because they
thought it was over, right?
Yeah,
they thought it was like vanished.
Yeah, it's coming back. We're going to be able to have all kinds of different slaves of different kinds.
Yeah,
I'm not talking about black slaves. I'm talking about
slaves. It's no more.
It's gonna be a caste. It's gonna be a caste system.
That's what they're going for. Color.
It's gonna be a caste system.
The whole color.
It's gonna be the haves versus the have-nots, which means that the socialists are going to get their way, which is communism, which means that there's going to be people who have it and people who don't. And
Haves and have-nots.
people who don't are going to fight their way to get into the ones who have. The person I was talking about before was congressional candidate Alexandra Hunt. She was the one who had an OnlyFans, and then she decided to run for Congress. Good for her.
Yeah, man.
Austin, would you vote for her?
It depends on her policies. I don't care what she does in her free time.
Oh, you don't want to know what she looks like?
Well, you don't care
Not
what she does in her
particularly.
free time.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Good
Yeah,
answer.
I don't care.
If she sacrificed chickens, you're okay.
Is that affecting what she votes for in Congress or whatever?
I don't know.
Then-
It speaks to their ability to, I don't know, make a conscious decision that is moral.
Well,
I don't
hold
care
on,
about
because
that,
there was, it's funny, I didn't bring it up into this commentary, but there was a Atlanta state legislator, I forget, I don't know her name, but she ended up getting hammered when she went out partying, and I guess she went to a bar by herself and got absolutely shit-faced and was passing out on the street, and the legislature fired her. I don't even understand how you can do that. I don't understand how anyone can fire her besides the people. If they elected her and they see how she acts out in public and they're not okay with that, then they should definitely not vote for her. But to have a government entity saying, yeah, we don't like the way you act, so therefore we're going to kick you out. Why don't we do that to the many people that we don't agree with in politics right now?
Yeah, well, it works in theory. Depends on whoever told you step on, that's going to decide how you survive in politics today.
Because I'm with Austin. I do not care what you do in your personal life. I don't care.
Well,
When you show up to vote on something, I want you to vote the way I want you to vote. What are you going to say?
so specifically to this point, I do think there are rules in place that like government officials can't break laws, otherwise they get booted out
No.
of office. It depends on where you are and what position. you're in.
No. Remember the guy from New York City that got the Republican, right? Republican who was found to like make up his entire life, make up his whole entire what he was running on. And they're asking him to step down. And he's like, no, I'm not going to do it.
Well, so what law did he break?
He lied about everything. So
Under oath?
when you run for office, you have to abide by certain rules. And he
Okay.
broke all those rules.
Who that?
Right. So there's nothing in place to boot him out of office? That's what you're saying?
No, they're trying to.
Right.
George Santos.
Yeah.
That's his name. George Santos.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that. but
I don't know who that guy is.
It's the
But
guy
again-
you didn't hear about the guy who like lied about everything?
But again, that was before he got into office, though.
Right.
That has nothing to do with what he's done since then.
Yeah, I would be curious what his policies are and if he's doing anything.
But if you lie about that, you can lie about everything.
Yeah, no,
I don't disagree.
I don't necessarily disagree with that either. You specifically said, "Do I care if they're sacrificing chickens?" No, that doesn't have any.
Chickens is not enough.
Chickens wasn't
We're gonna up the ante. We're gonna up the ante, and we're gonna say like, if
Yeah,
he
he's
was-
Republican.
he
Yeah,
was-
this is weirdo. Look at him.
oh, he's got to go. He does look like a fucking weirdo.
Yeah, he
Yo,
definitely.
what
has-
about that Republican that offed himself because they found out he had an OnlyFans account and he was dressing drag as it like?
Why would you off yourself?
Yeah,
To me,
right.
that's like,
Why would you kill yourself?
why wouldn't? And he was Democrat or Republican?
Republican?
Well, okay, I can get that.
Yeah, right. Isn't that crazy?
But as a Democrat, you'd be like, what? So
right,
what?
right. Like, yo, we know there's some Republican weirdos out
But
there.
at that point, you just change parties and
Bro,
say, look,
yeah,
I'm a
oh,
Democrat.
you in. You
Yeah,
you
you-
got
you
a
be-
job
you be
for life,
golden.
bro.
You'd be voted in forever. You're a cross-dressing
He was a
Republican.
pastor
Yeah.
and he was also a Republican.
Who?
The
Same guy?
the guy that we're talking about. Yeah. Yeah, he was like
Oh, Santos?
no, not Santos. The guy we're talking about, the guy that got caught with the
Oh, your guy.
OnlyFans. Yeah.
He broke the code of basic human decency. That doesn't matter. There's people on city council who have broken the code of common human decency, and they're still on city council.
Yeah.
Because we can't. That's that.
Because people really don't care.
But I'm with that. I'm
Well-
with that because they can say the same thing about. Remember, we went through some shit because of the podcast about what I didn't say, and they were censoring me, and I'm like, what what are you censoring me for? I didn't do anything.
I didn't say the shit.
Right. But they were trying to get me out. And I'm like, well, I'm not
Mhm.
leaving because my people love me.
Yeah, well, the whole censoring thing is.
Austin wants to say something.
I'm just gonna say, like, if you try to hold politicians to basic human decency, there's
They're
gonna be
all
no
out.
there's
Yeah,
no more
there's
politicians.
no more
There's no
politicians.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
You fucking hold Bill Clinton to any type of decency. Or his wife.
See, but that was the
Or his
thing.
wife.
But that was the thing. On the other side, when I heard about it, I'm like, well, what president didn't have some side piece?
Some side piece.
What, seriously, I
like
hate
my
to,
cigars.
you know, Obama had a side piece.
He did. Michael.
Again, I do not care. I honestly do not care. As long as you make laws or vote on laws that align with who you said you were when you ran for politics. That's all that matters to me. That's the only thing that matters to me. If I voted for you saying that, when you said, I'm going to go ahead and say, I am against allowing tenants to have a year of free rent in New York State, because New York State Attorney General Tisha James is a complete and absolute idiot to allow tenants
just live
a whole free freaking year because they can't find another apartment in their neighborhood that matches what they had before. That's insane. Yes, I'm cool with you. And if you go out and you get hammered, or you wear drag, or you like to bone dudes, or you like trannies, I honestly do not care. As long as you show up and you vote. Yeah, I'm not cool with that. I want, the rights to be the person that owns the place to be able to say, you're a terrible tenant and you need to leave. Yeah. Yes, I want to vote for you. I do not care about your personal life at all. So I'm with Austin in that one. Our resident liberal.
Yeah.
So Barney Frank.
Okay.
Remember him?
The finance guy.
Right. He got in trouble for
but he was not elected.
Huh?
He was not elected.
What do you mean he wasn't elected?
He wasn't elected. He was placed into that position.
But he was still a U.S. congressman.
Go ahead.
Yes.
Continue.
He was caught banging a young male intern during that time. And they swept that under the rug. And he still became, the one who is responsible for making it harder for people to get a loan.
Buy a home.
That guy. So that's would you hold that against him though?
No.
Yeah, I mean, it was consensual, right?
I mean, I don't know.
I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me retract that. Was the person underage?
Yeah.
He was a young high school intern.
No.
Hold on. Was he underage?
The age of consent in certain states is 12 years old.
No, it's not.
It's not.
Look
No,
it
it's
up.
not. No, it's not.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
If you
No, it's not.
always
No,
to
it's not.
get
No, it's
married,
not.
is
No,
it to
it's
get
not.
married?
No, it's not.
Okay.
It's
All right.
not.
Well, whatever. What is the age? Or is it 16?
I'm pretty sure the youngest is 16.
Okay,
Yes.
16. But what
Yeah.
about marriage? Without marriage is 12. It's really it's because
We got
religious.
the
Look
investigator.
It up. Yeah, look it up, please. Marriage age consent.
Marriage age by state. All right, let's find out whether
Lavelle
Lavelle is spreading
With
disinformation or not.
disinformation. Alabama 16.
16, 17. Yeah,
17.
there's nothing under
What's
16.
New York State?
I'm pretty sure 17.
So California, no minimum age, but minors must obtain a court order before getting married.
Right.
No
so that's
minimum age.
Right. So New York State is the same way.
Oh
Okay.
my God.
And what court is giving the order?
The court is by the consent. You're getting that from your parents. Your parents is allowing you to
if
go.
they
and,
disown you, you can just
they're
go ahead
allowing you to do that shit.
Oh,
I know I ain't retarded.
A court has to approve.
But
of
you
the
look
order.
and you look at the states that are up to the 16. Those are more southern states and more liberal states. There you go again. California is
Alaska
right there.
is not
letting you know.
liberal.
Oh, Alaska.
Arizona is not liberal.
No.
Yeah, you just lied there.
No, I didn't.
Alabama's not liberal either. Actually, none of those are liberal.
No, I said
Yeah.
the ones that are allowed. California, the the state of
no minimum age?
right?
Yeah.
Right, so just
Is
that
there
one.
another state that has no minimum age?
We're only
Because that'd
looking
be
at
insane.
we're only looking at.
Well, I
Colorado.
assume.
Can you click on the actual article?
Let's see.
Probably up. Right, that one. Fucking Wikipedia. 18, 19, 21.
So, and then I
What
think
was
those ones we saw were the exceptions.
Exceptions to the rule. And
Yeah, it's
everybody else, you just
is
get
18, 19, or 21.
right. Anyway,
Are you saying you can't make adult decisions when you're under 18? Are you being a bigot?
no.
Okay.
Not saying that at all.
Oh,
But to this conversation, this topic,
mm-hmm,
what we're talking about,
mm-hmm.
Mr. Frank, that was a huge issue with him and his reputation.
That he likes little kids.
He likes little boys, kids, boys.
Yeah, if it's over the age of consent, it's young men.
Young men.
Little boy.
Young men.
There's a difference
Yeah.
between young men and little boys. I think, and I think there's
just for me just the old moral my moral side of just sexual relations. Why would you even stoop to anything below that age?
But your
As a
your
grown
morality
ass
is
man.
different from Austin's morality.
Yeah,
That's,
it's
well,
that's-
I guess.
my line of morality is the line between little boys and young men.
Young
yeah.
men.
And my morality is way different from both of y'all because y'all are heathens. Aaron says even in Utah. Wait, she's not in Utah. Is
Even
she?
in Utah, yeah.
She's in
16.
where's she? Colorado.
Yeah.
Even in Utah, you have to be 16 with a P thing. I don't know what that is. AZ Arizona elected basement Hobbs. Yeah. I don't believe anything Arizona does anymore. After Hobbs beat what was her name? Fuck. The lady from the news down there. Carrie Lake. And she was amazing. I thought she was eloquent, fantastic. I loved her. She was amazing. And freaking Hobbs would refuse to even debate her. I can't stand anyone that refuses to debate. I think everyone should be required to debate the person that is going against them or that they're going against.
Absolutely.
Stand up, put your feet down on the ground and find out. Let's see. Do you stand on hollow ground or hard ground? Carrie Lake. Thank you, Striker. Appreciate you.
Hold on, I'm about to. So, a nonprofit called Unchained at Last compiled statistics for marriages from 2000 to 2012. They discovered that in 38 states, more than 167,000 children, almost all of them girls, some as young as age of 12 were married during that period, mostly to men 18 or older. It is estimated.
Hold on. It could have been ID that they forged. So
I'm just reading you guys.
I know,
I'm
I'm
just
just
reading you guys more
Sorry,
information.
what was the source?
This is Unchained at Last. This is the source of this research that they compiled.
Right. So business built entirely upon the concept of like slavery in the United States put out a study that said there's a lot of it.
No, I'm just reading you this is data, this information. So many of the states that provided data included categories such as 14 and younger, without specifying exactly how much younger. Some brides and grooms were. So while 12-year-old married children were found in Alaska, Louisiana, and South Carolina, there may have been children younger than 12 wed in America between 2000 and 2010. Now, I got this. That just didn't come out of my brain out of nowhere, but you know, I've seen in here in this state that they would allow it. They allowed it, and it all depended. It was dependent upon the parent allowing.
I would love to know the number of those happening.
Look,
it was like one person in one state.
Pull that up, yeah. I guess, and it is definitely something that has happened. This is a fact or fiction. You got to believe it now, since it's fact or fiction.
Fine, which is liberal leaning. I get it. I get it.
But, you know, it is a fact that 12-year-olds can get married in this country
if the parents allow.
Exactly. That was my whole point.
So that means the person was probably rich, and they're like, yes, please marry my daughter, and I want your money.
Retards is who they are.
Well, that's on the parents too.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly. It's on the parents, and I think that kind of is, a lot of religious based shit. So you got a 12-year-old that was
Austin
probably doing something they weren't supposed to.
Gotcha. Religion is the source of all evil.
Exactly. There you go.
Yeah.
There we go. You're drinking finally.
but
But I was just going back to that point,
That's
Jose,
enough.
which I wanted your take on it. You have a 12-year-old
Mhm.
that's in a very strict religious family.
Mhm.
That
Wait, hold on. It had nothing to do with religion. Technically speaking, it did not.
it didn't. However,
Right, but hold on, because there might have been some people that came to a poor Black or Latino or Asian family and said, "Look, I want to marry your daughter, but I want to take care of her. Here is $100,000."
I'm gonna go even more disgusting.
First of all, I agree that it's disgusting. 100% agree.
You have a Mormon man in Utah
Okay.
that has 7 wives already, and
That's not disgusting.
Well, he has, but he likes this little 12-year-old that he knocked up.
Uh-huh.
And the parents are all in on the religion part.
And the mom is probably married
And
to
the
the guy
mom is-
too. Yeah, I get it.
There
I
you
get
go.
it. I've watched all of those.
Well,
I'm trying to figure out how to do that.
let's not put it past human nature and the disgusting people
Because
that
it's
are out there.
religion. That's why.
Yeah, well, shit
It's
happens.
religion that kills people. It's not Christianity, as many people put out there. It's not Christianity. It's religion. When people are so blinded by religion that they refuse to have any kind of common sense to
Mhm.
where chariots can definitely be imploded upon by water because the river split. I already know where you're- I already know. I already know where you're going.
This is the
Austin. That's
common
why I said
sense.
it.
Okay, yeah.
I already know where you're going.
Gotcha.
That's why
Okay,
I
yeah,
caught
yeah.
myself in the middle of it.
Yeah, no, go
Oh,
on.
man.
And I said, what's Austin going to say? Oh, yeah. Chariots in the middle of the river.
Right.
I caught that.
From Giant Hack Fraud, right? That's when we Googled the guy who found those. The first result was Giant Hack Fraud.
And that was not the first.
It was the first.
No, it was like
result.
the third thing you found.
Was this this is the show that I missed?
No, you're here.
No, you were here for that.
Yeah, you're here for that one.
Really?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
your second one in. That's what it was.
Oh no! You know what? You know where he was? He was grabbing pizza next door.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
we were having this
yes,
debate while he went and
yes.
grabbed pizza.
Oh, that was great. Thanks
From-
again,
from
Aaron,
one
for
of
that
our-
pizza.
One of our favorite
Yes.
PCP addicts.
Thank you, Aaron. You're awesome. That pizza still was great to this day.
It wasn't cut in
super
squares though. So
Who cares? Next
I-
time we'll say that squares.
I took the leftovers home.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Super good.
They hit the spot next
Yeah,
day.
I tell you, we have the best freaking fans. I don't care.
You know?
Like, I do not care how many. We have the best fans.
We're growing.
We are growing.
We are
every
growing.
single week.
We are growing.
Every single week.
Everyone, tell your friends. Also like, comment, subscribe,
Like,
because that
hit
actually
the
does
like
help
button.
the
we never
algorithm.
ask. We really do
Yes.
not ever ask for that.
Right. Which I'll be the shill. I'll ask.
Good. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Because
we
I
gotta get used to
because
that.
honestly, I do not care because I prefer to be able to speak my mind, and the amount of people that come on, cool.
Oh, we should care though.
Listen
Jose.
in.
That's part
Look,
of the
What
job.
I want is for people that listen in to tell your friends, say, hey, look, on Wednesday night, 6 p.m., come over for a freaking glass of wine, for a glass of freaking bourbon, for some spaghetti, whatever you do. I don't care.
Mhm.
And watch this with me. Let's have a conversation. That would be amazing. That would be blowing my mind if you guys did that.
We have more women.
Oh yeah,
listeners
100%.
than men.
We're at 65-35, I think the
You
last
want
time I
to
saw.
know? You want to know why the men don't listen to us?
Hey, I know why.
It's too much machismo coming across.
We're
They can't compete.
oozing my cheese.
They don't like to hear. Honey, I was listening to these guys.
Striker's the man though.
Yeah, Striker. He's a very secure male. He's very, secure. The insecure motherfuckers,
Yep.
they don't want to fuck with us.
Yeah, they can't handle
And
it.
they can't
Nah, they
hang.
can't
They don't
hang.
want none of that.
No.
These motherfuckers is too masculine for me.
Oh, my brain is exploding.
I don't even think I'm like just super masculine.
No, we're not
I'm
freaking.
that.
What's his name?
I
the hell
got
is
a
that?
little bit of,
Oh, I
The
know.
guy that got
Yeah,
canceled.
I forgot his name.
See, I
But
don't
yeah,
even
but that's
know.
why I'm not on camera, because they just couldn't handle that. Now we'd have no listeners. That'd be too much. They go, whoa.
They couldn't
That's
handle that
exactly
beard that
what it
grows like
is.
immensely in 2 months.
He's also
Yeah.
6 foot something tall. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah, I
girls
can't fit
do
in the
love
frame.
tall men.
He is very dominant within that aspect. Like,
Right.
what you doing down there, little man? What is with you? Like,
Nah, he's never said that.
he
Never
can't
said
put
that.
his hand
as
up. and
as
you
I
have-
greet
you will
Jose
have
every
to
time.
jump to high five him. Me and
I'm okay
Austin
with
can
it.
high five
I
all
am
day.
very okay with my freaking height. I
I know you are.
do not care one
But
bit.
me and Austin can high five and it'd be a. And
Yeah,
he got to give you that.
that's super gay.
Yeah, you got a low
Hold on.
five.
Hold
You
on.
got to get the low five. Of course, it's gay.
They can also
Yeah.
high five in other areas without having a
it's
lift
funny.
or lower.
On Monday, right? So we go to the show. We have the show, and
We're getting into the garbage hour here, I guess.
no, it's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
a garbage.
yeah.
We're just talking about everyday life.
I love you guys for staying for this.
Yeah. Well, so we go to the store that's right around the corner from the station. We always get we started to get a little drink just to kind of open us up. And you know how when you go into these stores, they got levels within their refrigerator. So you got to kind of, if you're not tall, you need a boost to reach up to the top.
I was trying to figure out where he's going with this.
So Jose was like, he asked me what I wanted. I was like, yeah, give me the I'll get the raspberry one. And then I was like, I'm watching him to see how he's gonna reach up to the top to get it. So he steps on the fucking bottom of the refrigerator and grabs it. I was like, I could have got it for you. But as a man, you're like, nah, fuck that, bro. I can get it myself.
Yeah.
I'm good.
I really thought the story was you were just gonna like lift him up, just, under the shoulders.
You ladies see what I got to deal with here? You see what I got to deal with? Men have to put me down in order for their big asses to feel better. You see that? You see that?
Listen,
Sorry.
if there's any way we could ever arrange a trip out to Colorado University
The
and have a show out there, do a show out there.
what's it called? The
The RV, the Chinook.
the Chinook.
Yeah.
Oh, we would have a grand old time out there in libtard country.
That is definitely our country.
Oh, for sure.
But it's also like a fantastic freaking state.
It's a beautiful
I've
state.
been there before. It is one of my top states. I've been there
Beautiful,
multiple
beautiful
times
states.
actually.
I don't know if the Chinook's allowed in libtard country.
Probably won't. It's all electric.
I went there. We went there for Christmas 2 years ago.
There we go. Hey, look, let's make it happen. We can make it happen. We'll have a grand old time. We'll invite Coach Prime into the show.
Yeah,
Wait, don't make that face.
he'll show up. Yeah, he'll show
He
up.
would. He would. He would. I'm him. I'm him.
I'm him.
I'm him.
My brother's in Colorado. He loves it, but he's not a lib.
There we go. Thank you, Jen.
There's
You-
military in Colorado as well, which
Is
I did not fully grasp, but there's military intelligence in Colorado as well.
It's military intelligence everywhere.
No, there's only like 5 stations in the United States.
Mm. There we go.
I would not tell you where.
It's all right. Area 51, is that a thing?
It is a thing.
Oh, shit. The shit that's in Area 51 that we've heard.
It didn't crash there. They took it somewhere else. What else you got for me?
Do you think,
Do I think or no?
or do you know?
I know.
You
I
wouldn't tell us if you knew, because you'd have to kill
think.
us.
It depends.
Have to kill us if we tell you. But aliens, do they exist at Area 51?
Oh man, that was a tough drink right there. It's not specific areas.
What's
except for
In Mexico.
certain areas that do have certain electrical magnetic fields, which is really weird.
Huh?
There's certain areas,
Mm.
not everywhere.
What's Fort Carson?
Colorado.
Oh, so that has nothing to do with like any
No,
type of.
not that. Not that.
But that's the intelligence that you're talking about?
Yeah.
Mm. Mm.
It's
Oh,
beautiful
look.
there. It's also
Yeah, got connections.
wheels are
too.
turning. I've got connections.
We used to start
They have
something.
no. You know what they have? Amazing. They have whitewater rafting, which is awesome over there,
Not doing it.
and they have which is terrible. Actual hiking, like legitimate hiking.
That's terrible.
It's fucking. It's bro. It's the worst.
You don't like
It's
hiking?
no. It's not hiking like you get here.
Oh, okay.
It's like you remember the guy from oh man, what was the game show where you had to pick the right number, the right dollar amount, and they pull you up? The guy that was touching all the girls?
Deal or no deal?
No. Not Wheel of Fortune, not Double Jeopardy, not Jeopardy. It was
Bob Barker?
Bob Barker. What was that one?
Price is Right?
All right, Price is Right. Remember the guy that was going up the mountain?
Bob Barker was touching bitches?
Yes.
Really?
That's why the freaking fat dude jumped in.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I thought he just got old.
Yeah, I thought he got old.
No, he was touching girls.
Really?
Yeah.
Bob Barker was getting his.
You guys
his
missed that
jollies
whole
on?
era of Bob Barker coming.
I don't know. We gotta look that one up.
Yeah, I don't know
Jose's
about this
making
one.
Go ahead,
it-
look it up.
I think you're making this one up, bro.
I don't ever make anything up. I'm always on point.
Mm.
But anyways, the guy that's going up the hill, that guy, that's where you feel. It is the worst thing ever because it's like sky high. You have no air, and
Mhm.
it's like up this, like at this level right here. For everyone else.
the untold truth.
Yeah,
of
he
The
was
Price
he
is
was
Right.
banging half the girls.
That means he was doing it inappropriately.
But he was doing it
He was
inappropriately.
the star of the show.
No.
And if
I-
you want to get on,
Trust me, I get that part. I totally get that part. Totally get that part. But I believe he was also like touching tushies while they were walking by. At work.
Oh, there you go. Touching. I saw that right there. Touching.
Yeah, he was touching tushies.
touching some. He was grabbing by the pussy.
Well, look at him, dude. Look what he started. What was it? 1956. Truth
So
and Consequence.
1972 is when he started hosting the Price. is
Damn.
Right.
Right. Back in that day, you can grab tushy.
Yeah.
Nowadays, no, not at all. You can't even look at it.
The price is wrong, bitch.
Dude, I saw Adam Sandler last week.
Oh, you
Yeah,
went?
yeah,
How
that's
You
why
was
went
it?
there.
That's why I couldn't do the show on Wednesday.
Oh,
I heard it was
that's nice.
terrible.
What?
I heard that was the most ridiculous
Adam
thing.
Sandler could never be terrible.
I don't understand
liked
what
it.
Hold on, explain to me what it is. Because I heard that he was
So-
going on tour. And I was like, what is he going on tour for? I don't even get it.
It's like, do you ever listen to like his CDs? Like back,
and
Yeah,
yeah.
and that's what it was. And like I forgot how weird those were. Like, do you remember those? Like he was like, oh,
They
and
were
the-
out there singing. I saw the video clip of them singing a song.
Yeah,
It was the worst.
that was the worst part.
iteration
That
of
was
it.
that was the worst part of the show for sure.
Yeah.
But the rest of it, when he was just doing like weird characters and
Yeah,
stuff,
that's cool. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, he did like a 5-minute bit about like going down on a balloon, which at the start of the bit you're like, this is the dumbest shit I've ever heard. But then like 5
ends up
minutes
being okay.
in,
Yeah, yeah.
like he like wins you over.
Look,
with this
I respect
bizarre-
Adam. I completely respect Adam Sandler for again. He fit a niche within the movie industry, and he said, "Whatever happens, I'm taking care of my boys." That is like the best.
That is dope.
That's the best thing ever.
So
right there.
a whole bunch of them were there, like the cross-eyed guy.
Yep,
That guy.
He's super Republican.
Nick Swartzen, Kevin James.
I love Nick Swartzen.
Ben Stiller.
Kevin James is coming
Rob
back.
Schneider.
Yeah, he put Ben Stiller on. Like Ben Stiller was like Ben Stiller had
No,
his
he
movies.
did not.
He
Ben Stiller's dad wasn't involved with.
Oh yeah, Ryan Stiller.
Yeah.
Ryan Stiller was, but Ben Stiller was in a bunch of Adam Sandler movies.
He was in Happy Gilmore.
He was in other ones before that
Was
too.
he in
Ben
others?
Stiller? No, he was not in Happy Gilmore.
Yes, he
he's
was.
the
Where?
retirement home.
He said, "Listen."
Oh yeah.
He said, "Now you will go to sleep, or I will
yeah,
put
yeah.
you to sleep."
I'll put you to sleep. Yeah.
He said, "How about a nice tall
bad,
glass
my
of
bad.
shut the hell up?
Shut the fuck up."
yeah.
How about I trouble you for a glass of milk?"
You're right,
most
you're right.
classic line.
He's played some really good freaking man. Tropic Thunder was amazing.
Never.
I don't care what anyone says.
Tropic Thunder.
Tropic
great.
Thunder was like that's gotta be top 5 movie for me. Top
Yo.
5.
I mean, it's good. Yeah.
No, what made it
Not
top
top
five
five?
though?
It's not my top 5, but you know.
Okay, well,
I would love to hear
the most
Austin's top 5.
iconic comedian
I'll share it with
you.
characters
Uh-huh.
was Robert Downey's character.
Playing a man.
Yo,
I'm dressed as a dude.
I'm
was
the
it?
dude that's disguised as a dude that's dressed as another dude. Or the one part he said, you got this young lady you care about. What's her name? He goes, other homeboy goes, Lance. He goes, you tell her, yeah, Lance, I really like, wait a minute.
Wait.
What the fuck did I just hear? He was classic in that whole joint. And he was in blackface the whole
In
time.
blackface the entire time.
That's how brilliant it was.
But that's the amazing part that if you can wear blackface and get away with it.
Get away with it. Iconic. He's
Iron Man. He turned into Iron Man.
Yo.
That guy can do anything he wants.
The
Anything
blackface,
he wants.
I paid attention to all the small things. First of all, the overacting, which is the major part of his character
Uh-huh.
throughout history, black actors. They were always known as like these overactors.
Overactors.
So he's overacting the
Like
whole
Jim Carrey?
time.
Oh,
Yes, he's overacting. Then they give him the bottom lip. His bottom lip is
All right, hold on. Everyone has to give their favorite Adam Sandler movie. Give us your favorite
Happy
Adam
Gilmore
Sandler
is
movie.
mine. Happy Gilmore is
That's
mine.
your favorite?
favorite all time.
I was
Happy
gonna say
Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore all
Happy
day.
Gilmore's the best one.
I watched that probably.
Not Billy Madison.
No.
Billy Madison's up there.
Today, Junior, that's funny. That's great. But Happy Gilmore was great from beginning all the way to the end.
I
Shooter McGavin. Hey, you better do what I say. It's like, oh, I just may and maybe go grab a bag of hay. I just like
By the Bay.
by the bay. Yo,
I just may.
I just may. Classic all the way.
That wasn't that good,
But now,
but appreciate it.
Adam Sandler movies, I prefer the ones where he's not doing the voice.
Oh,
Yo,
yeah.
no, oh, yo, oh,
50 First Dates is probably one of my top favorites of Adam Sandler.
That's a good one. Yeah,
I
'cause
thought that was a
he's
really
not
good
doing
movie.
the voice in that one. He's not going, oh no, you
Wedding
can't
Singer.
well, not just that,
remember."
because the girl matched, like, he's an ugly ass dude. And
Adam-
when he has like good looking girls
But
that he's
that's
like
his
making out
point.
with, I'm like,
that's
come
what
on,
he.
dude.
That's his whole thing. That's
That's-
part of
that's-
this play.
What was the one that he played
Look.
the violin or the piano or something like that? The pianist, right? Pianist?
He was
Full-
not in The Pianist.
What was he in?
Barbara
Don't know.
put Barbara Baldwin full retard. Yeah, you never go full
Don't
retard.
go full retard.
Son of- what did he say?
Yeah, that was
Punch Drunk Love. Is that
that
what
was
you think?
that was Dan from the
Sean
streets
Penn.
when he went full
Full
tard.
retard.
Oh, hard
He-
tard.
He went
retard.
hard tard. If you guys missed the episode where Dan from the streets came out from retirement
Oh yeah,
and he pulled
Go
out the
back to that
hard
number.
tard, I was like,
He did.
hard
Oh,
tard.
it was a
He
hard
went
tard.
tard.
That was amazing. I still love it. I still love it. I want that to go into infamy forever.
You went full retard.
I've never seen Little Nicky.
Drew Barrymore.
I
did
like
suck in
it,
that
though
movie.
it's not great.
I've heard it was really good.
It's his most bizarre movie, so I kind of like it for how
Okay,
like he just
Bizarro.
goes for it.
The remote was
Drew
terrible.
Barrymore does not suck.
And Wedding
She-
Singer.
she became
Julia
sucky.
Gulia.
Well, when
Horrible.
she had the tranny guy boy, whatever the hell it was, and they like went down on the floor and they were like talking to each other
Oh,
after
yeah, I don't know that one.
them was on the Budweiser can, the
I
Bud
don't
Light can.
know. Oh,
Oh,
that guy.
um,
She had him on her show.
Dylan.
Dylan.
Yeah,
Dylan Mulvaney.
Yeah.
Dylan Mulvaney was like talking about how it doesn't matter.
Also,
I do not care either.
Jen, you're thinking of 8 Crazy Nights.
Eight
Crazy-
Eight
crazy
Crazy
nights.
Nights. Yes.
It's not a Christmas movie, by the way.
It's not.
No, it's called
Oh.
8 Crazy Nights. It's a Hanukkah movie.
Oh well, yeah. Why would it? It would not be a Christmas movie. Yeah.
Same
Yeah,
thing.
He
Same
is.
thing.
He is Hanukkah.
Yeah.
Here comes a Hanukkah.
What's the one where he had the young boy as he adopted him? What was that one? That's when he started.
Big Daddy or something
Big
like that.
Daddy. Yes.
Oh,
but-
Big Daddy's good.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's when he started to transition to a little bit more serious
Family,
roles, a little bit more.
Once he hit the family movies, it was over.
Oh, yeah.
He went from Grandma's Boy, because that wasn't him, but it
yeah,
was
he
his
was
boys,
Yeah.
and he produced the movie. He went from Grandma's Boys to like a whole bunch of family movies. I'm like,
Bedtime
what the hell?
stories and
Mr.
That was
Deeds was
crazy.
funny.
Yeah, yeah.
I like Mr. Deeds.
Oh, Mr.
Sneaky,
Deeds is
sneaky.
Sneaky, sneaky.
fun. Very, very
sneaky.
sneaky, sir.
I'm very, very sneaky. So
Best one
yeah,
by
shout
far
out
was Big
for
Daddy.
Adam Sandler bring all those stars to Rochester. I think that was pretty dope.
But it was I didn't know anything about it. I had no idea who was coming to town.
I got free tickets from the radio station.
Cause you
Wait, you
got
still
it
work
like
there?
that,
They
Austin.
allow you to work there?
And you
After
even
all
like you
this?
could even
Yeah,
say
yeah.
like, "Yo, I got some tickets, bro."
I was only able to get a pair, and so I brought my brother-in-law,
Oh.
who's a huge Adam Sandler guy.
Oh,
Why didn't you
so-
bring your girlfriend?
Because I wouldn't have heard about the show if my brother-in-law didn't tell me about it.
Oh, so it was
like-
only right. It's only right.
Yeah, yeah,
You're like, "Oh man, you
Yeah,
took
yeah,
your girl."
yeah.
Right.
no,
That-
Bros
That's legit.
before hoes,
That's
man.
legit.
What's
Yeah.
up, man?
She doesn't watch podcasts anyway, so
Oh,
No,
she's not gonna find out. She's like, crap,
good.
I just got all my news all in one area.
Yeah.
Congratulations, you went to that show. That's a good.
It was a good show. It was, I liked it.
Was it worth it being free?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right, cool.
I even had free parking,
Oh
Yeah,
shit!
yeah.
you
Oh,
had
VIP
the
status?
VIP
Yeah,
That's what I'm talking
well,
about.
Well, I just parked at the radio station, which is a
See?
block,
Oh.
block down the road.
Never mind.
You just gotta know people, man.
I was gonna say, isn't that dope to be able to just like drive? I've driven into places and I had no VIP at all. And I was like, oh, I'm Councilman Pio. I'm here for VIP tickets. They're like,
"Fuck out of here, bro."
I don't know
Who?
anything about that. I'm like, you didn't get the word?
It's like, where Mary at?
No, like they always kick me out. Mary, Stanley, where's Stanley?
Where's Stanley at?
Get my red-haired flame down here.
Oh, jeez. She beat the snot out of the person that she was running against. So people
really?
can talk whatever they want.
Who was running? She was running
She
by
beat
herself.
the no, she was not. She beat the bejesus out of the next person
Well, if you promise
in a primary.
gold at the
Like
end of the rainbow.
triple
Lucky
the amount of
charms.
votes. And on top of that, she had more votes than 2 other districts combined.
That's scary.
Well, the incumbent.
So we got a
Look, you
whole
gotta
bunch
give-
of
You gotta give respect.
whole bunch of communists out there.
Gotta give respect. where
Yeah,
respect is due.
people love communism. People love it. They
They like
fucking
the
pie in sky.
idea of
Yeah,
it.
it all makes sense.
What
yeah.
they don't have is a black Republican to actually go
What
out
they
there
don't
and talk
have
to
is
them.
fucking common sense. Yo, nobody's with being equal.
Okay.
There's so many dominant minded people in this world. They like, yo, oh, word. You got how much is your check? I want your check. That's how dominant people think. And everything within communism is about some damn fairy tale where everybody like, oh, the playing field is equal, so I can't be a drug dealer anymore.
How do we get more followers or more watchers after the nonsense for past hour?
Dude, because people love the nonsense, Jose. You
I don't
gotta
get it.
lean
I don't
into
get
it.
it.
And people need to eat dinner. They need to spend time with their family. 6 o'clock is like you get home, you got to watch the evening news.
Oh, we're in a sexy hour right now.
Yeah.
Is what
Yeah,
you're saying.
we're in
Yeah,
prime
it's
time.
sexy, very sexy.
Now, if we were on later, then maybe some people,
Awesome girlfriend would cry.
do
She
some.
would cry.
Yeah.
some-
Listen, I have to be at work by 6 a.m. in the morning.
That has no bearing on our podcast whatsoever.
That's
you know
fair.
when we've made it? When people admit to doing self-inflicted sexual relations to themselves
Oh, jeez.
to the show.
You trying to get in trouble? Put the audio box on the ground. Now sit on it.
Yes, if we're able to
We are
influence
sexy
that,
bastards. We are
Yeah.
sexy
throwing
bastards.
this deep voice to be like, yeah, baby.
Yeah, I ain't got it. That's what I ain't got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. There you go. There
I
you
ain't got that. I ain't got that. What I am very proud of is the fact that our the people that watch us, you guys are freaking diehard. And on top of that, in the past week, I swear to you, I would say 3 or 4 people that I've never ever talked about the podcast ever in my life with them brought it up,
Mm,
saying, I look forward to your podcast every week.
that's dope.
And I was like, why don't you comment on it? They're like, no. It gets downloaded to my phone the next day after you guys have. I'm like, oh, you're one of those people.
Yeah.
They're like, what do you mean? I'm like, we have more people that download podcasts than listen in. He's like, yeah, I guess I'm one of those people.
I'm
Yeah.
one of them.
I mean, it's a podcast. Most people listen while they drive. That's
That's
what my
yeah.
brother does.
When, especially when you're over 3 hours freaking long, which actually, where are we now?
I did about 2 hours.
2
today.
hours.
As much as I like,
It's okay. It's okay. I got the money. I'm gonna pay for it.
as long as I like Joe Rogan, I will never fucking listen to a full
I have never
show.
listened to a single Joe
Never
Rogan
listened to
podcast.
a-
I have
but he's the
never
most-
once.
He's
never
the
once.
most listened,
I think it's
viewed-
boring. I think it's boring as hell.
I wouldn't go that far.
I like
I wouldn't
that
go that
he always lets his guests like talk. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, unlike Lavelle.
It depends on the guest.
Unlike Lavelle.
Yeah, well, depends on the guest. Don't come in with that damn, woe is me, sympathizing, black victimized bullshit. I'm not with that. Sorry. I'm not gonna sit there and no, I can't do it. It just
You ain't gonna do
grinds
it?
my it
You
grinds
sure
my
about
gears.
that?
It grinds my gears.
You know what grinds my gears? We should have that. We should have a grinds my gears category.
Oh, sure.
You don't remember that from Family Guy? No? Okay.
Is it? I don't know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
it's Family Guy.
Family Guy.
Family Guy's the shit.
Do you not know it? Hold on.
Yeah, I'm just fucking with you.
Oh, okay. Geez, I was so invested in like, do you want me to destroy you right now or later on? Which one? Good
Oh,
Lord.
man. Too
The only
funny.
full Rogan episode I listened to was Dr. Malone. All right, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Hear
That
that one.
his shits be mad long. It'd be like 3 hours of just
Well, shit, we're fucking long.
Yeah.
We are long as hell.
I
That's what she
say
said.
that all the time.
Yeah.
I listened to the Dave Chappelle one that was with Joe Rogan. Listen to that one. Listen to Kanye one. Listen to the Jordan Peterson one. That was a good one.
I only watched like
think-
the best of.
Right. I think that's what you got to do with Joe Rogan. You got to just see like if a guest is on that you're
Yeah.
interested in. You just,
that's it. And you
tune
watch-
in
Because
and
he
out.
doesn't have the best. Like we have a ton of different conversations in our podcast,
Right.
which I'm very fond of, because we go from like local to state to national to the freaking nonsense of the year.
Mhm.
I like that personally.
Not
I would
his
never
stuff.
listen to Joe Rogan because he always has the person on and they go for 3 hours talking about the same thing.
No, they talk. They go through a lot of different stuff.
I think he has. I think the strength of Joe Rogan is that he always has like a wide variety of guests.
Yeah,
Like
and-
He does.
Yeah,
and he
does.
he goes through like 3 a week, doesn't he? Two or three a
something
week.
like that. So
But-
I mean, he's had like hardcore, Republicans.
All right, so
and
we're
then
going-
also
Yeah.
like
We're
Bernie
going 3 a week.
Sanders.
Austin, get ready.
Oh my goodness.
Well, I'll say this too with Joe Rogan.
We'll bring your beer.
He has so much content where he can cut specific parts of any.
But he has people who will
Interview.
do it for him. That's the difference.
That's
maker.
but
You know how much time it takes to fucking cut a video from this?
but he doesn't. He cuts really. It's like 2 minutes of the interview
Mhm.
that promotes the actual interview.
Mhm.
So he takes the best part of that shit and not just that one part, but it's like so many different parts he takes, and it's continuously recycling through all the social media platforms.
All right.
He should get credit, not just him, his team should get credit for what they've done.
All right. Let us know.
And thank you, Debbie. You're awesome for loving us and how we've grown and listen to the radio. Awesome. Thank you.
She
so much.
comments rarely,
She-
which
she
I
on point
appreciate
today.
because she'll pull it out. She's like, I love you guys.
She's got the receipts.
I love what you guys do. It's like the one comment like per episode, which I appreciate that because it's like, all right, I get it. All right. You don't want to comment. You don't want to start like the nonsense. I appreciate you, Demi.
You
Thank
know,
very
it's all,
much.
it's all
Jen
about
used to
those
smoke and
precision
binge
strikes.
watch Family Guy.
I'm sorry. Hold on. The second part of that came to the party and Marcus set my phone up to receive notifications.
Oh, you don't. She wasn't too well with technology. Wow, that is the
You know, we'll
the
set you up-
return
we'll
on
set
the
you up
Marcus
with
C.
technology.
Williams connection there. Wow, that right there. That's a return. That was earlier on in the game, though.
But I put Marcus on.
Oh, you did?
Marcus came on my show and I was like, Marcus, just do your own thing, dude. Like start your own thing. It'll help you with your run for whatever the hell he had at that time.
He
What?
he didn't want to pay the
He wanted to
I
pay
know.
the
I
bills.
trust me. I know.
Yeah,
I know.
That makes sense.
Well, guess what? I don't want to pay either, but guess what?
You see the
It's
investment.
worth the mental health.
I will say Austin is by far one of the best producers, if not the best producer.
Also
in
not paying.
City Retro.
Also another
I'm just
black
here
man
for-
not paying.
Listen, I'm just here for the commentary.
Look,
Okay.
this is what's happening.
And the conversation. And
We
a great
do
time.
this because we love you. We do this because we love
Yes.
each other. We love our freaking country, and we love to be able to just talk.
The only motherfuckers
Just-
getting paid by this for this is Austin.
And I appreciate
sure.
that because
And
I don't
that
want
is-
to deal with that. I did it. Remember that one week?
Yes. I kept saying, I said, why don't we just wait for Austin?
Okay.
Why don't we just wait for Austin? That's
I said, no, we're gonna do this.
Is
We're gonna
job
figure it
security
out.
for Austin right
Yeah,
here.
it
This
really
right
was.
here.
It really was.
That's what
100%.
you have to do. Is sometimes you just have to not be there and let people see what you do,
Shit happens.
and then they appreciate you when you
Oh,
come
hell
back.
yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, but
That's what I do with my wife.
outside of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
producing part, he does add that other element to the show.
Absolutely.
We're like, whoa, what do you mean you're
He's-
sympathizing with
He's
the
got to bring a
pedophiles?
balance to this nonsense right
Yeah,
here.
yeah,
There's a
so
What do
balance
you
to this.
mean?
Look,
There's- that doesn't mean that there's 1,000 pedophiles out there.
He's like, wait, hold on.
Sometimes
think so.
you know, I agree with a lot of the stuff you guys say, but sometimes you just gotta take like 2 steps back.
Take 2 steps back.
It takes 2 steps back, you know.
Like
That's-
Jose style 2 steps back or like long legs over here.
Look, well, yeah.
Then you ain't going nowhere with
Look-
Jose steps back.
Yes.
You'd be right there,
You
the
see
same
this?
spot.
Y'all hear this right now? Debbie says we were playing cornhole. What? I don't know.
Was that at the party
Republican
that they
picnic?
had? No, was that at the party that they had? Did she come to the first We the People podcast party where Marcus C. Williams was there? And did he I think he had cornhole, because
Can we
they
pull up her
did have
picture? I don't
cornhole
think
that
I-
day.
I
Because
got-
we
yeah.
played cornhole again.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yep. That
I suck at it.
had to be that day.
Well, we appreciate you.
Yep, that was that day. Thank you for sticking with us since then. We're still here. And
See, now-
the
see, now-
Kimberly podcast revolution is no
We-
longer.
We are the only ones left.
Yes. Yeah. I even updated the background of the.
Yes, I appreciate that very much.
Dope.
of the computer.
So now we have half the watchers at this point.
Watching us?
Yeah.
Yeah, watchers.
The fuck? New shit.
Yeah. You know what? We hit 8 o'clock.
Who's the 6? Call them out because I want them to know that we love them. Can you see it?
So what happened to the other 6?
I can
no,
only
I want
see
to.
that
I want
we
to know
got-
who are the 6 that stayed behind
we
to
have.
watch us. Comment below. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Go ahead, because we want to love you.
There's 4 on YouTube and 2 on Facebook. If that's what I can see.
4 on YouTube. That's actually every single week. There's 4 on YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube be holding it
Facebook
down.
has it. Facebook has it by
Oh.
far.
Thank you, Jen.
Oh, Jen, we already know we love Jen.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
We got to get Jen that t-shirt.
Is it a white one that you want to?
Thank you,
we
Striker.
owe her a t-shirt since I don't know, I forgot what episode that was, but
No,
we were talking about t-shirts.
that's literally what I'm doing right now. I
Yeah,
want to
well, there
see
you go.
who it is that we're gonna send
There you go.
t-shirts
See,
out
she
to.
just said, damn right. Let's make it happen.
Yeah, we got you. Striker would definitely. Striker, trust me, we
Striker's
got
the
you.
man.
yeah, we got-
Striker's a goat.
Jen, we love you. Debbie, we love you. I have to have drinks with Jen.
We
We need to have a public event again.
Yeah.
The last one ended in utter failure, I think.
No white t-shirt contest. She just shut you down, bro.
Who did?
Jen, shut you down.
She said, haha,
In front of
white one, Jose,
everybody.
no white it.
T-shirt.
Shit.
No white t-shirt, bro. You
Oh, I
read
can't
that
read. I'm West Ronquoit.
contest.
Yeah. Jeez.
Actually, I'm not gonna read it anyways. I'm gonna do what the fuck I want. We're gonna have a white t-shirt contest. We're gonna invite people that don't watch the contest to jump in, I guess.
Oh, I'm gonna win that for sure.
Yeah, Austin got it.
You
Yeah,
got
100%.
that shit hands
Uh,
down, bro.
Edna's trying to wait. She's like, oh shit,
Do me a
should I
favor.
even?
Don't enter that contest, Austin, please, for me.
Right, because I'd be a ringer.
Just don't do it. Just don't. No.
Do you feel as though you gotta
Like,
like give it to him?
I think we
or-
need.
Like, because I'm part of the show, it'd be biased.
Yeah, no, we just need.
I
we
got you.
have-
I
we need
understand.
gender
I understand.
qualifications.
Yep.
Should we have a
Gender-
Jello? Should we have a
gender
Jello
qualification.
pudding wrestling match like in the middle of this place before we leave?
Yo, we got mad space to do a lot of crazy shit.
Should we just do it before we leave?
Fuck it.
Do it.
Fuck it.
Do it.
Do it.
You have no idea who I am. I would.
Let's go. You and me, Jello wrestling.
No, I didn't say that.
Come on.
That's
you
the-
know,
That's the
you looked at me.
opposite.
We made eye
That's
contact.
the
Let's
complete
go.
opposite. I was looking at the camera over here.
We got to have a good pot though. It's got to be like at least what?
500.
Yeah, for real. I mean, if that's
Sure.
not prostitution, I don't know what is.
That's not prostitution.
no.
That's a blessing.
You're. Well, no, it's wrestling.
A blessing.
It is. It's wrestling. Wrestlers don't get paid shit, so
Right.
we don't need 500.
They
That's
get
too
shot,
much.
actually.
Yeah, give them $100.
When you go to the
People
Fox
wrestle for $100
area-
bucks.
Jeez Louise. See, Jen says she's in.
Every wrestling story that I've looked into, like
Why
all
would you
the
look into a
wrestlers,
hold on? Why were you listening? Why were you looking into a wrestling story?
story, wrestling story,
Okay, story for what?
the wrestlers, WWE famous wrestlers that tell
Okay.
their stories, their life story of how
Now
they
you're
became
stepping
what
into
they
my
became.
area. Go ahead.
So every wrestler, they have the story of how they come up within the ranks and how,
Bring up the Triple X.
and even WWE wrestlers, they don't get paid really anything. They get paid pennies based off of the work that they do.
Well, they got to bring crowds in.
Yeah,
If they
I
don't
know,
bring
they gotta-
crowds in, they don't get paid.
Exactly. So if we just put a
wrestling ring? Okay.
yeah, Jello, and just offer
You know, we're going to the next place next week.
$50 in fucking a case of beer, I guarantee you we'll probably have more
Where was
women.
Michelle? I didn't see Michelle at all, actually.
What?
Keisha.
Today?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, not now, but
Call her.
she probably
Call her on
listening.
air.
Call her right now.
Call her on air.
Oh shoot. We'll see
Call
what
her on
she
air.
say.
See what the hell she's going on.
Why you want me to call Michelle?
Because she's gonna be in a wrestling match against
Michelle's
Jen
definitely
Nardone.
Michelle's not doing that shit. Michelle definitely doing that shit. Hell no.
You don't think she would kill? She'd probably murder.
She would, but she ain't doing that shit.
No, she'd be like Rambo. Like
She'll be the motherfucker. She'd be like, yeah, I'll take the money. I'll be at the door for you crazy motherfuckers, but she ain't stepping in that
sure
ring.
would. She sure would.
No, not my girl, Michelle. Shout out to Michelle Keisha, who I've been saying her name wrong for so long.
The entire time.
The whole time.
Cassia? Did you say?
I mean, I thought that sounded to me way more Italian than Keisha.
Oh, that's so hood.
Keisha sounds Polish.
You might be right about that.
I'm just saying, I just thought she was. Cassia is like way more Italian. Like Cassia all day.
You might be right about that.
I'm just saying. But Keisha, hey, I'll take it too. You Italian. She is. There ain't no dispute. She's Italian.
She made me my first greens and beans.
Thank you, Rick. We can listen weekly on.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Tell
the
your
randoms
friends.
right there.
Yo, question. Why is Degeneration X on the background right there? What's the point of that?
Because we are Degeneration X.
It's funny that you put that up there because earlier today, before you picked me up before the radio show,
I'm also the showstopper.
I was watching his biography.
It's such a good
biography. It is really good.
It is so good.
It is good. He hands down could be probably the greatest of all time just because of his story.
I'm sorry, what would prevent that?
I mean, you have The Rock.
No.
You have The Rock.
No.
What?
No.
The
Rock is
champion?
fantastic. He's fantastic. He's fantastic on the mic. Shawn Michaels is not good on the mic.
Oh, no.
He's
Shawn
good.
Michaels is good on the mic. He's good on the mic.
Not as good as The Rock.
So,
You're
you're
venturing into my territory.
He's not as good as The Rock. You're right about
venturing into my territory.
Okay. Right.
I know wrestling.
Let's go. Let's break it down.
Triple H is very good at wrestling. Shawn Michaels is very good at the presentation to show. The Rock is very good at the mic.
But he's also good at being the most electrifying.
You said it wrong.
He is the most electrifying. Electric.
That's not good. That's not even close.
Oh man.
The most. he didn't watch wrestling.
Yo,
That's
when he came to Rochester, I missed that show when The Rock came to Rochester.
Whenever wrestling comes to Rochester, I am usually at it.
Yeah.
Usually at it.
I've gone to a couple shows.
WWF has that like the best shows in Rochester.
They do. And you want to know why?
Because we're the best?
No, because of Gorilla Monsoon. You know who that is?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, you know Gorilla Monsoon. Do you know he was from Rochester?
I didn't know he was from Rochester.
Yes, Gorilla Monsoon
That's fantastic to know.
Yes, Gorilla Monsoon was from Rochester.
Okay.
And he was very close friends with Vince McMahon's father. The reason why Gorilla Monsoon and the reason why WWE still comes to Rochester to this day is because of that connection right there.
Okay.
Because of Gorilla Monsoon.
Okay.
Yeah.
We got a couple guys from Rochester that actually are still in wrestling
are
very much involved with it.
Yeah.
Mick Foley loves coming back to Rochester.
Oh, he's from Webster.
My fraternity name is Foley.
Oh, okay. Little connection there. That's what's up. Well, I will say we do have a local wrestling company here that my brother is a part of.
I think local wrestling is underrated.
It is very.
If you want a show,
check out.
Bring your kids, man. It's
check out UPW
it's
Wrestling.
Really cool.
UPW Wrestling is a local wrestling company here. My brother Antoine Stewart is a part of that company.
His name Antoine?
Yeah, Antoine. You know him. He gave you props. I was like, "Oh, word!" Like he said.
What do you mean, "Oh, word"? What do you?
I don't know what your wrestling history was, but my brother was like, "Yo, man, Jose was the greatest wrestler I ever seen." I was like, shut the fuck up,
100%,
yo. Like,
I agree.
What the fuck are you talking about? I was like, yo, shut up, man. I was trying to hear all that.
Why you a hater? Why you a hater?
Why
you hating so much?
What the fuck you mean? He was the greatest.
If anyone said that you were the best football player, but yeah, goddamn right.
Said Jose was the greatest wrestler they ever see, but
lover, hater, right here. Lover, hater. Lover, hater.
But I was like, oh, word, all right, didn't that? But I was like, that increased, it gave you some little more, extra props on your end. And I was like, all right, that's what's up. That's what's up. He's one of the Western Ronnie greatest athletes of all time. You joined the club. You were in the club. I let you in at that point.
Oh, I already knew. I already knew. I was a first 7th grader to freaking wrestle. Or I'm sorry, first 7th grader do anything varsity male wise. I'm sorry, because what's her name? There was a female that ran track.
Oh, that Lauren Buckpit.
Yeah, she
was
me.
dominant.
Oh,
She
I hate
was
her. I hate her so
dominant.
much.
Oh.
She beat me by one season. I was like, why would you do that? Why would you do that?
Lauren was an animal. She was on my track team, so I would see her.
Yeah, I
As
hate
a
Lauren
7th
Buckpit.
grader,
I hate
As
Lauren
a
Buckpit.
7th grader, she's
Everyone tell
running
her. Everyone
laps.
tell her.
She's running laps around motherfuckers.
But I'm pretty sure I beat her because we had field day, right? We had field day where you would have like different obstacles and shit like that. And I beat her during the race, and I'm like, yeah, I can beat her. And then next year, she was like varsity, 7th grade, yada yada. And then she won the first person to ever be a 6 letterman.
Yeah, she was.
And
goated.
I looked at her, I'm like, you son
She
of a bitch.
was goaded. Lauren Buckpit was goaded. She still runs to this day, matter of fact. And she looks the exact same. She's very good, very good girl. Very awesome. Very awesome.
She's a weirdo. How about that? Absolute weirdo.
She's still beating you because she's still running.
I'm so mad about that. I'm absolutely so mad about that. We're bringing back to high school level here.
High school days, but
I promise you, Lauren Buckpit, I don't care. Honestly, I don't care at all. I appreciate it. And I've told her ever since. I'm like, you're fantastic for that.
Yeah.
Because there's only been 2 people ever in Ironically history to be varsity in 7th grade and be ass kickers.
Yeah, she was an ass kicker. I'll be sitting up. I'm
sorry, you forgot about me.
When I'm when I was watching, during track, the cross country people, we never we're sprinters. We don't give a fuck what's going on with the cross country. We're not watching them. But when Lauren was running, we watched her run because it was just the draw was seeing how young she was and how she would just be busting everybody ass. Like
that was the draw?
Yeah, she was she was lapping people. And we like, yo, this girl is no joke. And she was literally the cross country GOAT in a restaurant equate.
I can say Lauren Buckpit never lapped me.
Hey, you know what? But
she's also fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah.
She was very good.
Yep.
I'll take first letter man. That's why I always say I'm first letter man of 6 years.
Congratulations, bro. Because there's some great athletes, man. Some great athletes that come through Western Ronnie Quaid. A lot of phenomenal athletes.
And politicians.
Ones that's currently leading the county.
2.
Who's the other one?
Jamie Romeo.
Who?
Jamie Romeo.
Who the fuck is that? Don't know.
County clerk.
Oh, I didn't know. Never knew that motherfucker was from. They didn't know they existed. Matter of fact,
most people don't.
Didn't know they was from Western Ronnie.
You're not alone. You are not alone. White t-shirt promotional contest. See, yeah, Jen, see?
Oh, we could definitely do that though.
Oh, 65% of our listeners are females. Or identify as females.
If you want to.
It'd be Edna, Jen, Michelle.
Would it be judges?
No, the ones in white t-shirts.
No, hell no. We can't do that.
We'd have more.
No, we can't have them be like that. Makes no fucking sense. We gotta have some tramp off the block, like
Austin.
Yeah.
that would be good. We want to see nipples, Austin. We want to see nipples.
One of mine's
inverted.
Titties.
It's inverted.
Nothing but titties. All titties.
I remember his pics in his wrestling onesie. It was not called a onesie.
It was a onesie, bro.
It was not called a onesie. It was called a singlet.
Which is
onesie. Got
onesie.
It.
Well, there's only 3 of us that actually made it look sexy.
Who's that?
Myself.
You haven't seen me in my onesie.
Chris Palumbo.
I remember Palumbo.
And Joey Travers.
Oh, that's one of the Travers claims.
We were the sexy pigeons. That's what we called ourselves, the sexy pigeons, because our coach said you can't call yourself the sexy bitches, and so we had to change it to the sexy pigeons to make our coach happy.
Mm.
We were, bro.
So
I'll tell you what.
So your name is on the wall then in the running quick.
Oh, my name is all over the wall.
So you got MVP,
Mm-hmm.
athlete
Mm-hmm.
of the year.
Mm-hmm.
You're athlete of the year.
Tournament of the year as well.
Oh shit! Congratulations! Congratulations!
I brought my nephews through. I'm like, my name, my name, my name.
Congratulations! Congratulations, man.
We're athletes.
Yeah. To get on that wall, you got to be good. You can't be no bitch ass motherfucker. Think you gonna get on that wall.
You can't be a band.
You can't be a bitch ass nigga. No, you just can't. You just can't do it. Can't do it.
I can say band. I can't say the whole thing.
Yeah, me neither.
I said spick on the radio
What
earlier.
the fuck was wrong with you today?
I don't know.
What got into
I was feeling
you?
spicy.
You were.
I said spick on the radio, and I was like, oh shit, can I say that?
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, oh, you can say spick as long as you like follow up with and span. I was like, well, I'm not gonna say that.
What's your take on the word spick and how it came out?
We're just gonna go ahead and go all night. Austin, tell your girlfriend you're not gonna come home.
Gotcha.
Spick came from the water outlet from the house. When you turn it on,
Mm-hmm.
it's a spigot. And they're like, oh, that's a damn good spigot. That was it.
I thought it was where
I have no idea.
I was gonna say that's not.
Yeah, I know. I have no idea.
I thought it was the premise was where someone from spoke Spanish,
From span.
whoever spoke Spanish, they could not speak English, and all they could say is,
this is the culmination point right here.
I speak a Spanish. I speak a Spanish.
Sprechen the Spanish.
So they said, "Are you a spick? You speak Spanish." So I thought that's where it came from.
Look it up, Austin.
Look it up.
All right.
That's what I thought. I thought it was like that's where it came from. I speak
don't think so.
Spanish.
How's Tom Brady
know-
on the front page of this whatever Microsoft?
But you guys,
Because it's not spick like that.
He
I
might
thought it
work
was
for the
SPIC.
Tom Brady might go to the Browns. Oh, geez.
Why would that even happen?
you guys are really gonna affect like my ads and stuff with all these things you had me look up.
Wait, hold on. Are you logged into your?
No.
Okay.
Let's see here.
Ethnic slur used in the
Oh.
United States to describe Hispanic. Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Play on the Spanish accented pronunciation of the English word speak.
Oh, you were close.
That was exactly
I
right.
was saying, that was right.
Yeah, that's
I would like to think
I
I
didn't
was
want to give him the
fucking
whole
right.
thing.
What the
I mean,
fuck?
What you gotta do with black people, you gotta like get them a little bit and not allow the whole
Oh,
thing.
look, and it even says no speak English
That's
or
what the
no
fuck I
speak
just
to English.
He read it before he came
No,
onto the
I
show.
fucking
Is what
did.
happened.
I knew that.
You literally looked it up while you're on the freaking.
Hold on. Credited to Lavelle. Oh
Yeah,
no,
there it is. In purple.
Yeah,
In green. In your jet green.
He's got a Wikipedia
That
account.
motherfucker can't get shit around this bitch.
That was a little too precise.
Listen, man.
I don't trust it. See, I don't
That's
trust it.
fine. Don't trust it.
I'm black pilled.
But my man, I just be looking up weird old shit and be like, why you ask the question, why is this that? And just fucking go there. You just figure the fucking shit out. Because when you look at that, like it makes sense. Now, is it that much of a slur?
So, Jose, I think you can say it on the radio as long as you say the whole phrase.
Yeah, you say-
speak
but-
to
No,
English.
I was allowed to say
Yeah,
spick.
you ought to say spick. But let me ask you, when you see the origin of it, like, is it really that bad?
It's not as bad as WAP.
Well,
Walking without walking papers.
I'm sorry. Do that again.
Without walking, without walking papers? right?
Without. What was it? Shit.
walking without papers.
Walking without papers, right?
Yeah.
That was WAP.
Yes.
Where's the A come in? There was an A in there, isn't there?
No, it's no.
It's just
Without.
WWP.
Walking without papers.
Yeah, just WWP. No, look it up.
Okay.
Well,
we're
that's
gonna
what
keep
that's
Austin
what,
here all night. There's gonna be a $500 freaking night for Austin here. Jeez Louise.
Yeah.
Right there. All right.
All right.
Go ahead. Tell them.
Oh, apparently, it's from the word Vapa, which means wine. So wino? Is that what it is?
Now that WAP came from what's his name from the show earlier today. He said that's what a walking without papers. That's what he was saying.
He said something else. It wasn't that though.
No,
It
that's
was
what no walking without papers. That's what he said earlier today. No, I took that
shit.
as
There we go.
that's what it was.
Or the Italian.
Yeah, look,
word
walk
guapo.
without passport. Look,
Where?
false. All right, one
Oh.
false. So that's what he said today. He said one false.
Etymology. So
Yes.
that's not actually
That's not what it means.
okay, but that is put out in the world at some point.
That's what that
Yeah,
means.
yeah,
That's not what it means.
yeah. Okay,
But
you didn't make it up.
I didn't make that up. No,
Yeah, yeah.
exactly. See, I know
Okay.
I wasn't off there, but
You weren't a bigot right there.
no, I wasn't bigot. But just looking just again with this right here, and then with the whole spick thing, like when you okay, does it if somebody calls you that,
Don't care.
right?
So the only time I ever had to use the dump button when I was working at a radio station,
A what button?
the dump button.
Dump. Okay.
Yeah. Which because there's a 20-second delay
Okay.
from when you speak to when people on the radio or when people listening to the radio hear it, right?
Mhm.
And the dump button would get rid of 7 seconds. You hit the button and just the last 7 seconds are gone, and then they don't, go out. And so you can hit it 3 times because you have 20-second delay. So you can hit the 7-second button, 776. Anyway,
No,
what?
I don't know. Continue though.
Okay. So the only time I ever had to hit it, I was board hopping for a show, Rover's Morning Glory. You guys remember that show?
Yes.
Yeah. And they were talking about the Jeremy Capel incident. Do you remember the Jeremy Capel
Yes.
incident? For those of you who don't remember, Jeremy Capel mispronounced Martin Luther King Jr. Day.
S A.
Oh, that guy on Channel 10?
Yes.
Oh,
Wasn't he? He was like the meteorologist.
Yes.
Yeah.
what did he say? Would Martin Luther
Martin Luther
Coon J.
cool?
But I still stand by that it was a slip of the tongue.
Wait, hold
Because
on. You were
It was a slip of the tongue.
hold on. You were supposed to nix that out and you didn't?
No, I did. I had to. So when Rover was talking about it,
Oh, okay.
he just said the word coon
Okay.
like over and over again.
Weird.
Yeah, like he was.
I would
just,
never expect that from him.
Like I think he was like in the context of this thing.
I get it.
And but this was 2020, I think.
I was on their show once.
Rover's Morning Glory.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was funny.
Yeah.
They're like-
I have some stories from that when I was doing that, but that's for another day.
I thought it was a good episode when I was
Here-
on. I thought
here's
it was
my
funny.
take on that, right?
Pray tell.
As a black man,
Mhm.
okay,
Hold on.
Allegedly,
as a black man,
Okay.
living in a white man's world,
sure. Allegedly,
growing up in West Irondequoit, and
I'm not gonna do it again.
hearing all of the slurs that have been
Thrown your way.
throughout the years. The only way you're gonna slip up and say that shit is if you fucking said it before.
You believe that?
No. So
You
think
believe
about-
that?
I believe he said it before, but I don't believe he's a racist. I believe it's a slip of the tongue.
so
I'm pretty sure he's
Think-
told a racist joke
no.
before, knows what the word
Think-
coon is.
right, but the word when he slipped up, it was Martin Luther King
Right.
Jr. Like you have a ooh sound on both sides of the word king.
Say that 3 times fast. How many
Martin-
times do you say Martin Luther King Day?
Yeah, but
Right.
if you
Probably
listen
once.
to it,
Probably once.
yeah, I like if you listen to it, he like stumbles and he catches himself. Martin Luther King Jr. Day. That's what he said, and like so clear. I think it's he has the
In his
ooh-
defense.
he has the ooh sound on both sides of the word. I think that's a pretty easy
And it
slip.
was just such an easy transition to the word coon.
Yeah.
Because he said it before.
no.
He had to say raccoon at least 4 times in his life, right?
but not in that context.
It's-
Like, do you think he said Martin Luther King
I would
before?
say yes, he probably did.
Why?
'Cause it's a funny joke.
I had never
Martin
heard
Luther
it
King
before.
Day. Martin
before
Luther-
You think he?
Martin Luther King Day.
Okay.
I had never heard that before. The Jeremy Capel.
The coon?
I
Yeah.
honestly didn't
you
know
never,
that was
you
a
never
thing.
heard coon before?
No, I never heard Martin Luther
Coon Day?
Yeah, I never heard that.
I have never heard
All
that.
right, so here's okay. A lot of racist jokes, they are created by both all races, right? White people, black people,
Okay.
etc. And
Sure.
yo, when you are in the private space of whatever you are, whoever you're with, them shits may fly. Who cares? I don't care. I could care less about that situation.
Okay.
I could care less than you called him Martin Luther King Day. He's actually correct. He was one, in my opinion. In my opinion.
That's
Oh,
worse.
I did not mean
You
the
didn't mean to do
boing
that
part.
one.
I did not mean to do
See,
that
that-
one.
that's a
that
slip
reaction
of the
to you?
finger.
That's the reaction.
I hit the.
But him being in that position, he just can't do it. He couldn't do it.
As a
So you
do I think he should have
meteorologist,
lost his job? Absolutely not.
as
he
a
should not have lost his job.
meteorologist, I
He
just
should
want
not
to
have
say.
lost his job.
Okay.
And you shouldn't put him in that position where he has to say
Can you
Martin
put up
Luther
the
King Day.
comments there so we can see it?
Martin
Oh,
Luther
yeah.
King Day.
Please, then. Thank you.
Martin Luther King Day.
Yeah, Al
Yeah,
Roker
so-
even stuck up for him. Yeah, like
Mhm.
I think
Al Roker did?
yeah.
Oh, that's right, because he was a meteorologist. And,
Yeah, Barbara said it right there.
and,
it was a national news story.
Debbie
And
said
Al
she never
Roker-
knew it before that incident. I did not either. I did not
that people
know
would
that
say Martin
King.
Luther King Day.
I did not know that coon was a thing.
Just think about it. If you had,
What do you mean? No.
I did think
Can't
about it.
say
I
that.
explained it.
Okay,
Can't say that.
I could totally see.
Can just make up words
I could
to be racist.
I could totally see a KKK group organization in South Carolina calling Martin Luther
But
maybe
like Jeremy Capel
Fine.
isn't part of some
Right, he
KKK
was in
South
New
Carolina
York.
group.
King Day. Bro, I'm sorry, but the majority of the racial jokes and slurs came from white people anyway.
Right. Okay.
So
I'll tell you what. I have heard
I would not
many
be
racist
surprised. I would not be surprised if
but they're more
within just
clever
a
than
private I would not be
Way better
surprised
than that,
within
right.
the private confines of any Caucasian group that they would make that a joke. To me, that should be funny as fuck. That's Martin Luther King Day.
No, we're
Yeah, that
it's a
wasn't one
day
of those.
for it's a day for all the
Listen.
coons can come around and
Oh,
be
dear
coons
Lord.
together.
white people are more clever than that. We have cleverer racial jokes.
Yeah,
hold on. Hey, you
they're
made it sound
they're
like-
definitely
You
clever.
made it sound
Very
like
clever, which is why
they're
they
smarter than
which
Puerto
is
Ricans
why the word
and
coon
blacks.
came back
Right.
with the blackface and all those things. If these words have just been recycled year after year, decade to decade, and they just people get together and they just have a bunch of races.
But where else? Hold on. If it's
every race of people talk
if it's
about other
that
races.
adamant, where else have you heard it? Where else?
Just within our own.
No, you haven't. You're lying.
Yo,
You've never
Martin
heard it.
Luther, listen,
I-
Martin
You've never
Luther-
heard it ever.
And I don't remember the last time I heard
Ever.
coon.
Ever.
Yeah,
Right,
1960s.
Right.
But they were
Right, so
going
it's
to
not-
pounce on it.
it's
You
not-
know the people were going to pounce on
So they
that.
waited 60 years to pounce on it.
No, they waited 6 years for somebody to slip up and say Martin Luther King Day
Oh,
on TV.
You see
Yeah,
Republicans?
so-
you
so
see Republicans? What you got
Mayor-
here?
Mayor Lovely pounced on it, and that was why
Yeah,
he got
she did.
fired.
That's why
Yeah, she
That's why
did.
he's a
It was
liberal.
perfect. It was perfect for her.
That's why he's a liberal.
Bro,
But-
I'm not saying he should have got fired at all. I don't think he should have got fired.
But
I do think it was a slip of the
But
tongue.
you
But
believe that he meant to say it?
no, I didn't say he meant to say it.
Oh.
I'm saying I know he said it before.
I don't think he did.
They're
Though.
the same
I
thing.
think he said Martin Luther King Day before.
I know because
I'm not gonna give him that benefit of the doubt as a white dude.
Luther and Junior are
As
the
a white dude?
surrounding.
No, as a white
words.
dude, I'm not gonna give him that benefit of the doubt. I've had.
You don't say coon. I don't know. I've
I
never
feel
said
like
that.
Bro, it passed
I've
your generation.
Never
Probably.
heard.
It probably
it.
passed your generation.
Never
He's
heard
definitely older.
Sure.
But coon, what is it? What do you call it? Mooly, nigger,
What?
nagger.
I've never heard that either.
All of the black racial slurs, black folks, we got a whole bunch of them. And
Because y'all make it up.
no, we
Yeah,
don't
I-
make them up.
Yes,
we
you
don't
do.
make
You
them-
make shit
we
up.
don't make up the
You
slurs.
can't just make up random words like
Black people don't
coon to
make
be
up
your
them
own
slurs.
thing.
Black people don't make up them slurs. Like, come on. How do you think you're gonna
It's y'all
get people
liberal
pissed
black
off?
people that freaking make this shit up. That's what it is.
Nah,
listen,
that's cap.
Uh,
Well,
like-
no, you're right. The white liberals
Right.
did. The white Democrats did. the white,
the black
supremacists
liberals
did.
are way different.
the black liberals is just using their playbook.
There we go.
I gotta be honest. Like I don't talk about black people with like my white friends. You don't come up.
That speaks to your upbringing.
Ooh,
your
that's also
morality,
racist.
and
The
your
fact that you
people.
don't bring it up in front of other people. That's
But
racist.
Yeah, it's just not like if it's
Yeah.
not relevant, we don't.
Let me
How
say
dare
this
you
for the
not-
record.
How
Let
dare
me
you
say
not
this for
talk
the
about
record.
black
Let me say
people?
this for the record. Let me say this for the record.
Go ahead.
I firmly believe that there is a very, very small percentage of people in this country that are bigoted to that point to where they say racial slurs and they just view people in just this negative.
I'm gonna take it further. I doubt there's even close to enough people that would be actually racist.
Yeah, be racist in that point. But I
To that
know
point.
for a fact that there's a whole bunch of white folks that listen to rap music that will say nigga real quick and by themselves, and it's
Y'all,
okay.
How do y'all feel about this? How do y'all
It's
feel about
okay.
this right here? Do
It's
you feel
okay.
as though Lavelle is speaking for you? I doubt that. I 100% doubt
I don't
that.
care if you're listening. If you're listening
I
to a rap song
doubt
and you
that,
by
100%.
yourself and you're just gonna edit yourself,
Doubt
why
it.
would you edit yourself during Tupac? Say it. Say nigga. Who cares? Who cares? Because guess what? Me and
They're all saying fuck you, Lavelle.
see, there you go. There you go. Jen said, why would you edit yourself? Why would you edit yourself when you rapping? You let that shit go. You want to know why? You take away the power of that word and just direct it. No,
you
listen.
can't say that.
So-
no.
You ever,
And neither can you equate it.
do you know
either.
who you know who Tribe Called Quest is, right?
I've heard of them.
You heard of them?
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of the song called Suck a Nigga?
No,
Listen to the song.
I won't.
Listen to the song.
Likely will not.
Because the song he takes away
I
takes
don't wanna
away the
type that
power
in
from the
my-
word, and he says,
What word? I'm sorry. Which word?
Suck.
Nigga.
Suck? Okay, I thought suck too as well.
Sucker,
Yeah, I thought
not
that, so.
not suck one. Sucker, like you're a
So
sucker.
they took away the
Oh,
you're a
word.
sucker.
I thought it was 3 words.
No, you're a sucker.
I thought it was the word.
I see.
I was totally with the
you're a
word.
sucker.
All right, so he took away the power of the N word.
Yes,
So it has no power no more.
it doesn't.
Okay, cool.
I don't think.
Austin,
so.
go ahead,
Listen
say
to
it.
the song.
Oh, suck.
Because yeah, has no power. It has no power over us.
But if when I was growing up, they tried to say the word nigga.
No one did. No one did.
They tried to say the word.
Jen Ardone did not.
They tried to say the word nigga meant you're ignorant, not attached to the color. So there's a good
Never
portion
heard
of
that
our
word.
Yeah,
there's
I
a
haven't
good
heard
portion
this.
of folks within my generation. They were saying, okay, it meant you were ignorant. You go down to the west side, the south, your great northwest district,
Don't
into
hold on.
into the streets of Lyle Ave and Ghost Town,
I'm about to
and
get-
you have there you go. Oh God,
Oh
dang.
my god, what are you doing?
Fucking up the show.
Gotta
There
hit
is
that
right.
funky
There is no
The
need to
hell?
say it, but the people within the inner cities, the city, there's a huge white population in the ghost town, Northwest, Lyle Avenue. You
J
know
Street.
that J Street,
Yep.
all those white folks that live within that area,
Okay.
they all use the word, they all use the N-word. They
Nope. Nope.
are you
Nope.
serious?
Nope.
Bro. That
Nope.
the whole other
No.
portion of my family grew up in that area.
All say the N word.
No, they all don't say it, but the ones that grew up with black friends that emulate the culture,
All right.
they exchange that
That's
word with,
that's
right. Just the same as within you go on North Clinton, you go on Puerto Ricans, they all call themselves nigga.
I don't.
Okay, you don't, but
No.
they use it
I'm
in that
none
way.
of that.
It's just a means of communication at this point.
I get it.
And I think what has happened throughout the years is the powers that be that wanted to use that word as a means to divide it. It was bringing people together, and it fucked everything up. This is why we got Black Lives Matter. If people started calling themselves, like if you say the word itself as a term of endearment or some way of communication, just
Yeah,
things.
Austin.
And
If
I'm
you
not
just
trying.
said
And I'm
it
not trying to justify it and say
as
that
a
it's
term
something
of
that's great.
endearment, you'll be okay.
Oh, see, I don't even know the word. I'd listen to like the Kids Bop versions of all these.
I'm with
you
you.
know,
But no,
I'm
I'm,
songs,
the
just, I'm
same
trying
way.
to give you an insight into just how a lot of
Yeah, we're just not gonna do it.
a lot of how
We're not gonna do it.
a lot of ways that black folks think within that. If you grew up within them and you grew up in the same area, you grew up in the same part
Within them.
within the same community.
Okay.
They're not going to look at you as a different color.
Depending.
I'm telling you, bro.
If
I'm
it was
telling
me
you.
that said Ankonki, that'd be different from my uncle saying Ankonki. My uncle grew up on Ankonki, as did I. But this is a whole lot different from my uncle who currently lives on Conky.
Is
Yeah,
he?
because
He can say the N-word. I cannot.
Oh,
you could say it.
I would.
Nobody's
not.
going to care.
I would
Look,
definitely. not.
I would not say it as a honky on conky.
You
I would
won't
not
say it with a hard. Just don't say it with the hard R.
I would not say I'm a honky
If
on
you don't use the hard
Conky.
R, you good.
No,
If you like, yo,
you're not
what's
good.
up?
Trust me. Do not
What's
say
up,
it. Do
my
not say it
nigga?
at all.
Yo, you remember? It was
Jen,
on.
you're a liar. Jen is a
no.
liar right
Remember Rush Hour? What's up, my nigga?
now. Yes, I get
Great movie.
that. Yeah, Asian though. If you're Asian, you can say it.
Don't ever touch a black man.
If you're
radio,
light skinned
boy.
Puerto Rican, you cannot say it.
No honkies on conky.
I'm not a honky. I'm not a honky. But I'm not allowed to
No
say it.
hard R. If you go with the hard R, you're in trouble. You might be in trouble, depending on who you talking to.
Remember when we were at the bar in Irondequoit and you told the girls to just say it. Go ahead, say it.
Just say it. Yeah,
Just
yeah.
say it. Go
Just say
ahead,
it one
say it.
time. Just let it go.
Just let it go.
Just let it release it, and you'll feel better.
I
about
forget
yourself.
who it was that said it, and I was like, "Oh my god, oh my god!"
Some will feel liberated. It's just let it flow.
She felt liberated
But now, if you're
attacked.
talking to someone that's 16 and over, be careful because they may just go back
I would
to
never
civil
talk
rights
to anyone
movements.
that's 16 years
They're
old.
like, yo, what's
That's
up,
for sure.
nigga? You in trouble. You're
See,
done.
I can't even hear that.
See,
That's weird.
but folks who like strikers, and I feel very uncomfortable saying anything close to that. That's that individual, because there are other slurs that you just definitely can't say, and then people will be like, all right, that's fucked up.
Wait,
Like what?
Yeah, there are worse slurs.
Yeah, explain.
If you call me a coon, okay, there's
That's
a problem.
worse.
Yes.
Coon is worse than an N-word.
If you say, I said no hard R. If you say no hard R,
No, you can't do that.
yeah, you can't do the hard R.
No.
Now, if you say
can't do that.
no, but if you
you
say
can't just make up.
if you
things.
say, yo, nigga, you crazy. I know where you got that from. It
It'd be
came
Jen that would
from
probably
so
say it,
many
if
rap
anything.
albums. It came to so
See?
many rap songs that, yo, it's just like a second nature. Like, yo, we can be listening to Tupac together, and Tupac then said, nigga, more than any rapper in history. Yo, I'm not gonna like, yo, don't blurt it out. Let it flow.
Look, all I'm saying is
NWA.
I really don't like the hard R on that word there, Jen. Brother. Come on, it's brother.
Yes, see, niggas like saying brother, bro. Like, nigga, please. Like, yo, we all niggas when it's all said and done. That's just how
I feel like we may be until
Thank you, Jen.
yeah, well, it is what it is.
brother. See, she took the R off and also made the E and A.
Yo, Dave Chappelle.
Makes way more sense.
Dave Chappelle call white people niggas all the time. You niggas is just as crazy. He
Yeah,
says it all the time.
You're not Dave Chappelle. Though.
Oh, see, that's the same shit that lady said. Like, but you're not a comedian though.
Oh,
So I got to be a comedian to
mad
say
racist, right?
white
Mad
folks
racist.
is niggas too.
Mm-hmm.
I
Awesome.
say it all like, yo,
I know.
I'll call a white dude a nigga easy anytime. Like, yo, this nigga stupid.
Why did yeah, he gestured
he
at
pointed
me.
at
I don't
yeah.
know.
I
That
wasn't
was not
pointing
me
at
this
you,
time.
Austin.
Yeah,
yeah,
not
there was
me
a
this
gesture in my direction.
But if I
if
am
you
talking
feel
about
a
my
certain
man,
type
I'm
of
like,
way-
yo, my nigga Austin, he like, yo, my nigga Austin be chilling.
Say it back to him.
I do beat you for sure.
Take the power away from the world, man. Don't be so
Yeah,
sensitive, bro.
that's
Don't be
just
too
That's
sensitive.
just honestly not one power I want. That's just
It's
not
not
it.
saying you want it, but you
I
just
don't
take it
want it.
away from the powers that be.
Yeah, I don't want to take it away.
Like, wait a minute.
I
oh
want
my
y'all to have
gosh.
it. You know what? Y'all have it.
Hold that nigga shit down.
Y'all can have it. Y'all can have it.
But
I
y'all,
feel like y'all got it down for real.
but here's the thing. Y'all was getting pissed off over Spick though.
Who was getting pissed off over Spick?
Spick?
I said it. How was I getting pissed off about it?
No, the overall
Oh, the radio
sentiment
station.
of Spanish
The radio
Puerto
station had to
Ricans
come talk to me.
is
They're like,
that's a slur. It's a slur.
we
I'm
had
like,
to
how did it become a
ask-
slur? Well, they needed to find a way to give y'all
But
a
the fact,
nigga.
the fact that I can say spick and y'all can't say the N word, which is insane to my brain.
No, we can say
Y'all can't say the N word. I can say the spick word.
well, going back to Dave Chappelle, he did a joke where he got called into Comedy Central and they were allowing him to say nigga, but he couldn't say faggot.
Austin, tell us more. What do you feel about that?
Look, I can tell you just from like
We're specifically talking about the faggot word.
okay, I don't have anything to say about that. You know, that's yeah, you know, I won't say that word for sure.
I feel as though we should bring it back.
But you won't say,
dude,
you
they
won't
said,
say,
oh my god, we used to say it all the time.
Wait,
I
what
Right.
word won't you
And-
say, Austin? You won't say faggot or nigga?
I you know what,
Either?
I'd say faggot. Fuck it.
All right.
Fuck
So
it.
when did it? But when
Um,
did it ever mean a gay dude?
Later, like
Yeah.
It was
like,
like way after
after
they
high
happened
school,
to end
yeah.
up being
Right,
gay.
right.
yeah, and
It was like, all right, did you own this? Did you have this kind of mustache?
and
Did you have this kind of hair? Did you listen to this?
it's
Fine. All right, now you are a.
right. It became one of those words, just like Jen just pointed out, the hard tard. You know, that you can't say that anymore.
You can.
You can.
Just can't go
Yeah.
full retard.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can again. You can.
You can. You
just
you
don't
know,
be a pussy about it.
Yeah, yeah.
All you gotta do is bring in a actual shit. I can't even say it. I feel bad saying it.
retard.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Dude,
Well, I hear they call themselves that though, just
I-
like fags.
I
call
feel like
themselves fags, and
First of all, they
Look,
do. The
see, they
F
do.
word. The F word definitely.
They do. They call themselves that.
I
I say the F word, but I definitely I'm tired of it. You can definitely say the fag word.
Dude,
It's perfectly okay.
Yeah, fag and gay.
'Cause
Gay
it
should
does
be
not mean the
Yeah.
same thing.
Gay should just be allowed. Period. Like, yo, bro, can I just use gay?
dude, I was watching a show from 2006 the other day, and they actually
How did you know that?
I looked up when it came out because after they said on the show, they said,
The words they
what are
use.
you, gay and retarded?
Oh, damn! You had to look. Had to look.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you
was
had
like,
to go
yeah,
look.
hold on, hold
You
on.
had to go look.
Pause. Let me see. Hold on.
Surprised they didn't blurt it out. Like,
Yeah, right.
No, they said
this
it.
day
I
and
was like,
age.
whoa.
Mind blown. How dare they say both in the same
It
sentence?
was the same sentence. It blew my mind.
Oh, real.
man. Could this be the only show that really breaks down racial slurs and can say it?
I think it's worse. It's way more than just that. It is like cultural slurs. It is habitual slurs. It is. I don't know how to explain. Fag should be brought up. It should be brought back. Tard should be brought back. Gay should be brought back.
How did fag, which is a pile of sticks, become like a fucking slur to people?
It's also a
Trans-
cigarette.
I'm sorry. Also, transvestite.
Cigarette, I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah, dude. Bubba
Transvestite should
fag,
also
yeah.
be brought back.
Trans?
Transvestite, not
no.
transgender. Transvestite.
Why can't
Or
I say tranny though?
Sure, cool, tranny.
No, but
Same
why
thing.
can't we say that? Why is that a slur?
Right? I don't know.
Like, why is that derogatory? Like, you're a tranny.
Austin.
Why is it a slur?
Yeah.
Because every group needs a slur now. You know,
Sure,
it's like,
yeah,
oh, like you
sure,
can't say
yeah.
midget. You know,
Oh yeah, that's politically
Yeah,
incorrect
yeah,
too.
No, you could definitely say that.
I know you can, but,
Yeah,
But you
can't
can't say
they
it.
don't like it.
They don't like it.
I'm surprised that you like it.
There you go, Jen. Tranny. What?
Well, dwarves became
What did you say?
derogatory.
I'm not a midget. I'm
Thank you,
full
Barbara.
tard. I'm full tard.
Oh, they didn't like her posting that. Tranny.
Yeah, no, they definitely don't.
Oh, they definitely don't.
Tranny
Like.
should be brought back. Yeah, just say it.
Tranny,
Just say it.
like
Nothing's
a
stopping
transmission?
anyone from saying anything.
You're right.
You know what? You know who's stopping something? Facebook and YouTube, because they're owned by the same company. That's who's stopping you. And I'm sorry, and also Instagram.
Mm.
That's who's stopping you. But there's no one stopping you from saying
no
it.
one's stopping you. Yeah,
Guess what?
that's a great point, Jose.
No one cares if we get canceled. I honestly do not care if we get canceled on Facebook, YouTube, or
We're still
fuck
gonna
we
do our
all
shit.
are. We're just gonna keep doing it.
Yeah.
We're gonna find some kind of underground website, or we're just gonna have you into our lair.
Rumble.
We're gonna have you come to our lair, and you guys are gonna have to listen to it in person
Bitch, you.
because we're not gonna fucking stop. Because this is stupid.
Oh,
Everything
that is
about this
funny.
is stupid.
Fat turned into thick. That's true, Debbie. Yeah.
Look,
There's a difference. There is a difference.
There's a difference.
Thick is definitely different from fat.
right. Like I'm
thick.
dummy thick for sure.
Tard thick. You're tard thick.
Hey, no, that's that's my gorilla strength. You know,
Oh my gosh, RuPaul. Yeah, RuPaul got off by the trans. Really, I didn't know that.
All right, Truth. No, we're not going to Truth Social. I'm sorry. Truth Social is so whack. It's so
Never
whack.
heard of it.
Truth Social.
Yeah.
It's your boy
Doesn't
Trump. His whole freaking social network.
Doesn't
Truth
mean
Social.
I fucking know about that shit. He
Oh
did
dear Lord.
poor
All right,
job
cool.
marketing it.
Tell Lizzo. Lizzo is a fat, disgusting slob of a mess
She's a bitch.
and a C word. Can we bring that back too?
Can we say that?
Can we say that back? I got fired like 20 years ago for saying that
Really?
because I said you don't call your country a cunt, and I got fired for that.
How does cunt transfer into woman's vagina?
It doesn't.
Yeah, whoever fucking create these words is like got to be sitting up there like
No, because it was years
these
ago that
stupid motherfuckers.
they wanted to make sure that they can get you at some point. They're
Mm.
trying to figure out a way to get you.
See, yo, what did you do to your shit, bro?
I destroyed it. I feel like
Just put it back in the hole, bro.
That's
It's
what she
right
said.
There.
Hey, just gotta put it in the hole.
no, I feel like Queen, where I can just
Put
like
it in-
pick up my own
Go to your
microphone
hole.
and be able to do what the hell I want.
They don't like cunt either. Oh my gosh, they shutting us down.
Yeah, you gotta say see you next Tuesday.
Oh, see
yeah.
you next to damn.
We should probably do our podcast on Tuesdays,
Why
just so we
Tuesday?
can say see you next Tuesday. And then
Oh,
also
there you
people
go.
gonna have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday in a
Mm.
row. But we would also probably lose track of all the different stories.
Yeah. We will
So we're
be-
moving. This is gonna be the last episode we're gonna have here.
again.
We gotta.
Wow, that was quick.
You missed last week. Last week was terrible. We had like a whole
A
whole
bunch of
thing.
shit, huh?
It was a whole thing.
Oh, dude.
And I was like, I
Well,
can't do this.
show
I
up,
can't
huh?
do this anymore. We lost electricity, internet. You didn't show up.
Mm.
Did you just? You okay over there?
Yeah, I don't know what was in that cup.
Liquor.
Got up to the bottom of my bottom lip.
Yeah, liquor.
I don't know what that was.
Liquor,
Pussy.
I barely know her.
Pussy.
I was supporting Section 5 football.
A
with the
high
kids.
school. He was definitely at a high school game.
I think, and I do think that we should put a lot more money behind our athletics.
All right.
We should.
I'm 100% behind putting our money behind this podcast and going to strip clubs
That too,
and talking to strippers.
bro. What is up with your fucking?
This is
yo,
I'm
fix your shit, bro.
I'm Queen, bro. I'm Queen. When Queen picks up his own thing and he just like
Freddie
starts.
Mercury
Yeah.
over here,
Oh,
this
you're
guy.
a queen.
I am a queen.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah, you're
This
welcome.
guy over
Killer
here.
queen over there.
Someone has to be the showstopper
She's
around here.
Killer queen.
Also, the part fell way down there and I can't reach
Guaranteed
it.
to blow your mind anytime.
See, that's where we end it right there.
I starting that fucking music.
He's gripping it. Look at him gripping it.
Yeah.
You know what that means, ladies.
No, he does not do that.
Allegedly.
There's no allegedly.
All right,
behind it.
ladies. Y'all have a good night. I appreciate everyone for coming. No one. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
That's what she said.
Next-
That's what you're waiting for.
Yeah, something. Shit. Next week we're gonna figure it out because we gotta go to the next spot because this place is it's haunted. I don't know what it is, but we've had very bad luck with it. So we gotta go to the next spot.
Just blame it on the management.
I'm gonna go to the next spot and we're gonna figure it out. I think that they want Austin to be there for more than just our podcast. So you might get more money. I don't know if that's beneficial to you. I have no idea. Also,
He is the dopest producer in City of Rochester. Just saying.
yes.
Granted.
Hold on. Hold on.
Toot your own horn, Austin. Go ahead.
I know. I was just letting you toot my horn.
If you were to do your own like
Allegedly.
I couldn't even press it.
podcast promo like you're a wrestler, would you do the cream of the crop,
He has no idea what that means.
Macho Man?
He has no idea what that means.
Macho Man?
He has no idea what that
You
means.
don't know that promo, cream of the crop, Macho
He's young
Man?
as shit. He doesn't even know what DX was.
You've never seen that before?
Are you talking about Bonesaw?
Yeah, dude. Come on.
Macho Man.
Come on.
Okay. All right.
Tuesdays? Jen Ardone, you want Tuesdays? We should do Taco Tuesdays and Tequila Tuesdays. Oh,
Call it
tequila
Booze Day
Tuesdays?
Tuesdays.
Yo, Booze Day
Ooh,
Tuesday.
Booze Day Tuesday.
Booze
Are you
Day
down with
Tuesdays.
Tuesdays?
I could probably do Tuesdays. Yeah.
Okay, maybe not next week, but maybe the week after, I guess.
Kimberly called you Justin?
All the time.
What the fuck?
every time.
She was definitely
by the way,
she was
a lot of
definitely
people
a see you next Tuesday.
How?
I don't know. For some reason, there are people who just cannot like grasp the name Austin.
Okay. Ja.
Yeah, I know it's a different
fucking
name.
Different countries.
For some reason,
I
like
broke my shit.
not English speaking people do it the most. Like there's
He meant black people.
No, there's a Hispanic guy at work who calls me Justin. I go, it's Austin. He goes, oh yeah, Austin. Yeah.
Did he?
Oh,
He said Austin.
Did he
Austin.
speak a Spanish?
and then there was a Jamaican guy when I worked at Walmart.
Ross Clot.
Yes.
Boomba
Hey,
Clot.
Justin, how you doing? I'm like, it's Austin. Oh yeah, you're correcting me. Yeah, okay, Justin.
Justin.
I think that was like a power move or something.
Just in case, man.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely a power move. I appreciate that.
Hey, Justin.
Just so you can say see you next Tuesday for everyone out there. Austin, hit that funky music.